back. He's good.
Obviously.
It should be live, maybe. Hopefully.
We'll just go with that. I've been calling myself Balearin as a secret identity.
Secret identity, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alias.
So it's a Belinar. Got it.
Also realized that
Pyro
probably-
got it. Yeah, Pyro.
You know what? I wish I could tune my bike pipes with
Nice.
Vicious Mockery.
I feel like the only issue with that is Vicious Mockery requires you to like say an
fucking hate
insult.
all of you. I come back
I
and
ended
you
up
start
too.
the stream, and
I was
Discord
told you were
didn't even
back
get it.
already. I
I
was like, Total's back, right? And they were like, yeah.
No, we were joking. We
I don't know.
Completely lying about
We
that.
were completely joking. We said, "Oh yeah, he's back," even though he
told you
didn't
to go
respond to
live
anything.
because I knew I was already on your Twitch with the chat open.
I was
with
too.
the button right there.
I was
Look.
too, to be fair.
Look.
It just didn't pop up.
It's
for
fine.
Me for some
You guys
reason.
are really cool people. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I delayed
Oh.
starting it until you got back. I just didn't realize you
Thank you,
weren't
I
back
appreciate
because
it.
I'm dumb.
But just okay.
I am just as mad as you are.
No, you're
This
not.
is terrible.
With
this
your
is an
one.
outrage.
This is an
Uh,
outrage.
Look, I keep saying like the thing that I'm gonna do with it is going to happen, but also I haven't started that project yet. I just haven't had time to. But I do want to do it, and it's going to be somewhat cool, I think, hopefully. It's going to take some time before that. So you'll probably all have plenty of points to redeem by the time that is up and running. Especially Discord.
Well, I just had to make sure that I had at least 3.
Right. I'm thinking the first, like, there'll probably be something for 1, but it's gonna be pretty lame, probably. I think 5 is going to be, like, the first, like, kind of cool thing in there.
Well, I mean, the one guy's got 50, so.
Right. Yeah. There's gonna be more beyond the 5 one, but that's just going to be, like, the first, like, decent thing. He's just gonna probably be able to afford the top thing, whatever I decide to make that.
Oh, is it gonna be like a currency?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Because that's not explained anywhere on there. It's just explained as like a first, but since I'm keeping track of it, I was like, I might as well make this into a currency. Why not?
Yeah,
And then it works in the
I-
other thing I was doing.
I threw a first on mine as well.
People like the firsts. I don't know why.
It's like people that go on YouTube channels when they upload a video right away.
And type
And like
first.
8 people. Yep.
Yep. But
It's
there'll
so
be like
cool,
8 of them.
man.
It's great.
It's so
It is.
fucking cool.
It is
It's
cool.
so cool.
I'm glad you agree.
Or when you make a new Discord channel.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a Discord channel that has no one in it but me right now.
Did you type
Because it's-
first?
I didn't. It is an empty channel.
Well, what are you doing?
I can't take first away from it. That would be cheating. I'm the admin. It's not fair.
All's fair in war and war.
I'm not at war in my Discord, I don't think.
Well, let's change that.
I'd rather not. People probably already muted my server from yesterday's shenanigans.
Total never even got 8. Total never even got 19.
You got 18.
You got
So
18.
many ads.
Just never did another one.
So
didn't
many
feel like it.
messages all at once. Anyway, so last time.
Hold on, I'm just curious. Why would they mute your server if they're not the one that's getting pinged?
Yeah, but you
I'm so
still get
confused.
the sound.
Yeah, I still got the notification and the sound. Even
Why?
though Blue was the one that
Why
was
would
pinged.
you have that enabled?
Yeah, every Discord server I set, it's only to at mentions is the sound, and it's only at me or at everyone.
Exactly. Yeah, why would you
I have
do
all
that?
notification sounds on Discord muted.
Maybe the get banned challenge should be ping everyone 19 times.
Oh my god, yeah.
I would have done that.
I don't. Well, Total, I think, has that power as the Discord mod. I don't think most people have that power.
I absolutely would have done it, and I absolutely would have lost my mod status, probably.
Yeah.
You would have done
If
it
you're
for
doing it
lulz.
at everyone's, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Just ruin the Discord server for everyone. Anyway, so last time, you
So what were we
guys
talking about?
Recap.
entered into the city of Bazzoxan after your extensive journey. I forget the name of the area you went through, but there was the Emerald Grotto you stopped at. Fought a bunch of things along the way. As soon as you arrived at Bazzoxan, you were met with a incursion of demons attacking the town and were enlisted to help in the fight. You had met a Watchmaster?
It was like a
Whoopsie.
commander of some kind.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his title. That's all. His name is Varen Thalis. He is the... Where does it say? I think he was the watch. He's the guy in charge of Bazzoxan, essentially. But I can't
I
see
have
what
no
his
notes,
title
so
is.
I don't remember.
Oh, do I have notes? I don't think I have notes.
I don't think anyone has notes at this point. It's been 7 months.
Alves doesn't take notes.
So we had a 6-month-long journey.
Task Hand Varen Thalis. Task Hand. Taskmaster. Task Hand. Who assisted in fighting these demons alongside of you. And had told you that he will meet you later on in the Ithold Barracks, in which you are currently at, after he checked in on the town. You did find your friends, Aloy... Was it wait, not Aloy, it's...
Aloy's from Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's something like that. Maggie, I really should have double-checked their names before I started talking about them, huh?
I know I recognize her name somewhere.
Probably would have been a good idea.
Maggie is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Maggie. I had a hit on her because I tried to steal from her.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Alright. Ayo.
Just say that I was grabbing her butt instead of stealing from her. I don't know what's worse.
The giant, what even was her race?
She is an ogre.
Ogre.
She's this giant ogre that you have to hit on because you tried to steal from her.
Mm-hmm. It's Ayo Jabe, the Water Genasi, Durmat Werder, the Goblin Cleric, Galisrad Ardrith, the Drow Wizard, Irvin Wastewalker, the Human, and Maggie Keen Eyes, the Ogre. You met up with them as you traveled with them to Bazzoxan, but they were sent off by Task Hand to assist in securing the medic area. You met up with them over in such an area in which you found that they were all fine and were helping with healing the wounded soldiers. Well, especially Dermot was helping healing. The rest were just helping out however they could. And then you came to the barracks here, in which Cat's Meow decided to insult a soldier on his
He
sharpening
insulted
skills.
me first.
Yeah, but you used,
And then you attacked
an
him.
attack on them.
And
only
you
pushed the
then
force
dodged
into my
like
words,
3
okay?
attacks and then went invisible. And I believe that's where we ended 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I was present for this.
You were all in the barracks. I believe the majority of you went and got some food.
Yeah, we're sitting in the mess.
Cat's Meow had gotten up to talk to one of the soldiers that was sharpening his sword.
Oh, I see. Okay. So most of us are completely oblivious besides the loud noise of a fight.
Yeah, so the soldier was clearly upset about being attacked and took some swings at him, missing all of
Especially
them.
since he
Me
vomited
first.
blood.
Yeah. Missed all of his attacks.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Cat's Meow just goes invisible. So no one knows where Cat's Meow is, except for Cat's Meow.
How's
The
food?
soldier is all pissed off. He's like, where the hell did he go? Find him. And he's like trying to command other soldiers to help try to find you. And people are kind of like wandering around with like their swords out, trying to like walking with them forward, seeing if they poke something.
Good thing that there isn't a group of mages around that can just cast dispel magic on the entire building.
Bunch of dumb soldiers. There's no one there. No one that has that powers in this place. So, the rest of you just still eating after seeing
Alright,
this?
guys.
Probably just gonna go in to the
Enjoying my
mess, take
slot.
my plate, sit outside, and eat it.
I should say the Garricks, by the way. Or barracks. Did I say Garrick? Gatehold
You said
barracks.
Garrett.
So it has let's see here. I believe it has 3 rooms. It has the mess hall. It has a war room. And then it has a barracks area where like the soldiers were where they're sharpening their. So the
And that's
people
where
in the
the
mess
beds are,
hall
right?
are kind of in. It's all like open area except for the war room has like a door on it. But the mess hall and the barracks area are all open. Like you can see each other from those two. So you guys could see this happening with Cat's Meow.
Okay, so that's going to cause us problems in a few minutes.
Oh,
Look, but let's eat. We're going to deal with him later. We're
but
gonna...
there's a fight. I want to join.
Nope.
Why not? It sounds like fun.
I think we should
Guerra?
temper ourselves a little bit.
Greroth, if you don't go into the fight, I'll give you a cookie, okay?
I don't want a cookie. I want to fight.
You know,
You
I
can
don't know,
fight
man.
later.
That fight seems pretty interesting, though. I'm gonna go see what's going on.
Oh, no,
I will join you.
No, just me.
So Cat's Meow, you said you went and grabbed food and then are going outside.
Yep.
Okay.
I already
so
had my food.
Are you just I'm assuming you had like got a plate of food before and you're just going and grabbing it? Or are you trying to go get a plate of food from people? It's like you go up with a tray and they slap slop down on your tray for you. Like it's not like we can just go up and grab a piece of food. If you're
I thought
invisible.
we were all sitting down eating before I did my thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
if you got your food before.
He did that as he was walking in.
Okay.
We were walking in and we were walking past where they were
Oh.
sharpening and that.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought we already got
Most
food.
of us continued walking, walked over, grabbed some slop, and sat down.
Right.
And he did that.
Yeah, so
I mean, I
You know
could
what? I'm gonna
just
eat my
sneak in the
slop.
kitchen to put slop on a plate and take it outside.
you're gonna
I
go
mean,
and
he is invisible, so
Yeah.
he can.
yeah, if you want to go up and just like get yourself some food while you're invisible, sure.
I mean, if you're looking at advantage, I just rolled a 28.
Yeah, that's fine.
Stealth.
It's a 32.
That's a 32.
Minus the 4 because it's rolling advantage rather than.
So you
Oh,
only
I
take the
see.
18 plus
Added
10,
the 4.
28.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Plus. Jeez.
Isn't there a way to do advantage that's like I don't
I
remember what it
forget.
is.
There was in the other one
Yeah, there's with D20
with yeah.
That's not a plus, but I rolled a nat 20. That's pretty cool.
I think it was.
I'll
I
keep
think it was
that
like
for
a
later.
shift. I think it was
Next
a
time we
shift
need
or
to roll.
something.
Shift. I don't know. There, you can
It
do
was-
it through the menu. I know on the left side menu.
I'm pretty sure it was in Forge, so I don't think you can do it in Roll20.
Yeah,
Probably
it
is a
was
way to
in
do it in-
Forge that we could roll advantage and it would automatically remove. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, glad you
most
got
of
that
my
out of the way,
rolls
total.
are going to
Yeah.
be in the D&D Beyond anyways.
Right. All right. So you go sneak through, and what is that 18? What?
I just tested a macro somebody posted online for D20, and
Weird.
I was
Okay.
testing it out.
Oh,
Interesting.
2D20 KH1, so keep highest one.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then probably KL1 for keep lowest one for disadvantage,
Oh, that's cool.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. That's actually kind of neat. It makes sense.
So does that mean we can do? Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome.
We're learning.
We are.
Google.
But yes, cats meow. You expertly dodge the soldiers with their swords sticking out in front of them. Are able to sneak past all of them, get into the mess hall, like sneak around, grab a plate, and like just scoop some of the slop onto your plate without the people that are holding the ladles noticing. And then you're gonna make your way outside.
Yep.
All right. So you again expertly dodge all these soldiers just aimlessly walking around with their swords out.
Okay.
And as you get to the door, like you're just about to open the door, it actually opens before you get there. And Tascan Alice is at the door, walking in. And he just goes, "What are you bumbling idiots doing?" And all the soldiers kind of just turn, like, salute him. And just like, Tascan, nothing? Right. No weird things going on here. We're just practicing. I don't have time for this. And he just starts walking past. He takes notice of you all in the mess hall.
Well, I kind of
Except
wave
for
at him
Cat's
as he
Meow.
goes by.
And he actually will come up to you. I see you are all eating. When you are done, you can meet me in the war room. I'll be waiting for you in there.
Yes, thank you very much for the hospitality.
Of
War
course.
room.
Okay, well, calm down, buddy. There's no fighting in the room. It's just what they
It's-
call it for planning.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
that's
where we plan
disappointing.
our resources for the city and our defenses against the incursions that occur. All our planning takes place in there.
No plans.
If he doesn't hit something daily, I get worried about him.
Well, enjoy your meal. I'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready. And
Be
he
over
will
shortly.
make his way over into the war room, and he leaves the door open.
Okay, so what we need to find out from him is if he knows.
All the guards, by the way, immediately went back to sitting down and just doing whatever they were doing. And the one guard is looking really annoyed, but the rest of them are kind of just laughing at him at this point.
Must have been the wind.
So we need to figure out what this jewel around my neck is. I'm kind of hushed talking this so that just us hear it.
Right.
So we're hoping that he knows something about it, or They did say that there were some scholars in the town, so he might know exactly where the scholars are that we can go and talk to. Because I already went and checked out the library, and we didn't find much there.
Also, I actually forgot to mention the barracks here actually have 4 rooms. There is also a sleeping quarters for the soldiers.
I'm struggling to remember exactly like what we came to Bazzoxan just for research,
Right.
or was there a
Yes.
reason that we came to Bazzoxan?
So-
We came here because we were told that there was a large enough set of information here that we might find out more about the Jewel of the Three Prayers.
But yes, the amulet you received from the underwater cave that you explored and had to fight a shark. You had a vision in said cave, and then when you came up, I forget his name, the leader of that area, had told you that Bazzoxan would probably be the place to go to find out more information.
Okay.
I slowly finish whatever the hell we were eating.
It is all right.
Gruel.
Yeah, it is edible. It is not the worst thing you've ever had. Definitely not the best thing you've ever had either, though.
I've been alive for 1,200 years. I have definitely eaten better than this.
Yes.
Definitely eaten worse too.
Yes. It's hearty. It's warm. Yeah.
Like oatmeal.
I probably ate like a forkful and then have just been stirring it around and playing with it for like the last 10 minutes.
Fair enough.
Rob has
Alright.
probably eaten at least 2 or 3 bowls.
I'm just waiting for them to leave.
Hey, big guy, you can have the rest of mine.
Waiting for who?
Oh,
the,
thank you.
the soldier?
This slap
No, the
isn't
party.
quite up to my standards.
I stand up and look at Belle. Let's go have that conversation. And I
Yes,
start to walk towards the war room.
agreed. Let's go.
Okay, so you
I-
guys head
I
to
s-
the war room?
Yes.
Yep. Is a Vez in the area still, or is he?
I'm just tagging along, listening.
Okay.
I still want to see this
Not
war
very
room,
talkative.
so I'm going.
All right. And are you going to be following Cat's Meow just invisibly? Or are you doing your own thing?
I believe Kat said he's going to be hanging outside waiting for us to come in.
I'm also
Oh.
holding the plate that Belinar gave me.
Of course. Take it in with you.
Yeah.
So, you enter the war room. The room is small, sparsely furnished. Clearly, it's designed to discuss battle strategy and whatnot. A circular table in the center of the room, which is covered in maps of Bazzoxan, updated barricade designs, notes regarding various horrid creatures, and the rifts that they spawned from. Baron was like looking over some papers when you walk in, and he looks up. Welcome, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank
I
you.
reach out to shake his hand.
He will shake your hand.
We thank you for the hospitality. We're not going to take up too much of your time. We understand that you are under a lot of pressure from the bullshit coming out of the temple there.
Oh, no worries. I appreciate your help with the fight. You seemed quite capable. I'm
Well,
very grateful to you all.
as my grandfather taught me, if you can help mortals, help mortals. I kind of look around to see how many other people are in the room.
Right now, it's actually just Varen and you guys.
I reach up to my collar and pull the amulet out. We had questions about this amulet that we found within a cave.
Okay. We'll ask if he can take a look at it. Can you see it closer?
Yes, I take it off and place it on the table in front of him.
He'll go and take a look at it.
When he first saw it, could I get like kind of like a read on him, just to see if like he had kind of a shock look or a look of recognition or something?
Yeah, roll a insight check. Or I guess
Okay.
you do perception if you're just looking for like a look.
I'm going for insight. 9 total.
He doesn't seem too shocked. He doesn't
Okay.
have his expression didn't really change. He's kind of seems a little confused why you're asking about that
Okay.
necklace. The well,
We
so
were
he's.
told the-
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go.
He's just takes it and he's looking at it quite intently, trying to see if he can ascertain anything about it.
We were
Um,
told that we might be able to find some information about it here because of the fact that you are right next to the temple and there is a larger wealth of knowledge around here. And with you being the leader, you might have seen drawings of this before or lead
sorry.
us to the people who would be able to tell us more about it. Like, I kind of know what it does. Like, I can use it to turn invisible. I can create puts out a very, very bright light when I want it to. And that's about it for them. It also, I feel a little more protected when I'm wearing it.
Interesting. It does seem to be quite spectacular. Can't say I personally know too much about whatever this might be, but I do know of quite a few people in the town right now who probably have some more information about that. It does seem somewhat oddly connected, similar.
Mm-hmm. I take
Right
it
now,
back and
yeah, he
slip
hands it back to you.
on,
Right
and
now,
I
we
cover it again.
do have an expedition that's here from the library of the Cobalt Soul. They are currently here in the Betrayer's Rise. They have a Aurora Watch escort. I believe, were researching the battles of the Calamity that took place within its halls. The Cobalt Soul, their libraries are quite extensive. Very smart folk. They probably would have a good mass of information, or at least know exactly where to find information about this for you. There's
Where could
sorry,
where could we find them? Where could we find them in the city?
not quite in the city. They are in the Betrayer's Rise currently.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so
If you plan to travel there, do be very careful. It is quite the dangerous area, and I cannot spare the soldiers to come rescue you if you get lost in there.
yes.
It is a oddly magically evil place that seems to be different every time we go in there.
That's the way the betrayer gods always wanted everything. They were a bunch of dicks.
Indeed. I
You
taken
know
aback by
why?
so calmly calling like betrayer gods dicks. Wait.
Could you tell us why they are there? Do you know by chance?
They said they were researching the battles of the Calamity that took place. We gave them a few Aurora Watch guards to travel in with, but we couldn't spare too many soldiers, so they're mostly off on their own.
All right.
But yes, they're a bunch of scholars that research this type of stuff. Pretty
There's
much
not a
everything,
Cobalt
really.
Soul library in
Bazzoxan?
Wildmount, just Wildmount in general, or the Dwendalian Empire, is there? Or whatever we're at. Like, Zorhas?
You are all in Zorhas, and I do not
Yeah.
believe there is, no.
I don't think there's a Cobalt Soul library in Zorhas, so my character would be familiar with them enough, I feel, right?
Possibly.
Eh.
Maybe?
Well,
You were
I mean,
probably one of the more researched people in the group.
A bit more affluent too.
Yeah. Maybe you and Zaidan
Okay.
would have knowledge of them. You probably don't know too much about them. They're a
I would at
fairly
least know that
secretive
they don't
group.
have a. I would at least know that they just don't have a library in Zorhas. I think would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are not from around these parts, for sure. Varen also says, besides that group, I believe there was some foreign organization. They had an agent sent. Believe their organization was like the consortium of the Million Dream, I believe. What a odd name, that group.
The Million or Vermilion?
Vermilion.
Sounds like something out of World of Warcraft.
Well, in the dream that you guys had, the vision, it was also described as vermilion light from the Ruidus moon. As a aside. They are also this agent's staying in Bazzoxan. I believe it was an elf named Alicia. We already had to reprimand them once. They were trying to bribe one of the Aurora Watch soldiers to protect her. He claims there's some sort of ancient holy site within the Betrayer Rise. We've never found such a thing, but we can't be sending our soldiers in willy-nilly such a dangerous area when we're so light-staffed as it is. And them trying to bribe our soldiers, not ideal.
How soon did this agent show up after the Cobalt Soul got here? Was it kind of...
The Cobalt Soul actually got here quite a while ago. Right. They've been in the town for a bit. They just went up to the Betrayer's Rise. I believe that was yesterday. But this agent only has yet appeared within this last week. There's also, I don't know how, I don't know much about them, but it's some sort of holy site within the Betrayer's Rise. Seems like it might be of some interest to you with that.
Would you say that they arrived within the last 4 days?
The agent or the Cobalt Soul?
The agent.
It's possible. The days kind of blend together when you're constantly fighting off these demons.
Indeed.
It was not too much longer than 4 days, though, if at all. It might have been around that amount of time. There was also one other person in town that might be of interest. His name was Prolix. He is from the Allegiance of Allsight in Ankara. He, I believe, said he was an archaeologist. Not archaeologist. Archaeologist.
Allsight what?
Allegiance of Allsight in Ankara.
Oh, Ankarel.
Ankarel, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
No,
he might be someone we want to talk to.
What was his first name?
Prolix. Prolix. He calls himself an archaeologist, but he's been helping our arcanists in researching ways to try to seal the rift within the Betrayer's Rise. But I feel like he has some other motives. I'm not entirely trusting of him, or that Aloysia, for that matter.
Anyone who's looking for any sort of, and I put up air quotes with my fingers, holy site in a betrayer temple is never up to any good.
Indeed. They do seem to be of at least good intention. But beyond that, I can't really vouch for their character much. I'm not
find it
entirely
hard
sure
to-
where Aloysia would be at the moment. They kind of have been around town, probably trying to bribe another guard. But the Prolix, he was seen earlier today lurking around the crematorium. I don't know what he was doing over there. That's kind of why I have my suspicions of other motives. But beyond those three, I can't say there's anyone else in the town right now that might be of help. Your best bet might be the expedition from the Cobalt Soul, but they are currently in the Betrayer's Rise and
And you said they just
wouldn't
left.
necessarily recommend it.
They just left about a day ago?
Yes, I do not believe their expedition was going to last long. They should
Okay.
come back soon, I would
Do
assume.
you know how deep into Betrayer's Rise they were going?
I do not, actually. If they wanted to have a death wish to go into Betrayer's Rise, I was not going to ask too many questions. I warned them of the dangers. They seemed to not care too much.
Hmm.
They said their research was more important.
I just worry that your men might be in trouble.
It's a possibility.
Are there any
My men are
other
quite good, though.
concerns that have been happening within the city? Anything else that is of note that perchance could be related to what we're looking into?
Can't say there's been anything too out of the normal in town recently, except for those three groups who appeared.
No other oddities, no other, I don't know, shining lights of vermilion?
Lights of Vermilion.
Like
No,
from Rudis, for instance?
not that I've noticed.
All right, just an off chance question. Nothing too serious. Just trying to weigh all of our options.
Fair enough.
Well, I think you have answered everything that we have at the moment. We will not take up any of more of your time right now. I need to talk with my friends about what we're going to do, and if you do need us to help with anything again, do not hesitate to ask.
Of course. You are free to stay. What's the name of this? There's a place that you stay at.
The barracks.
It's not the barracks. That would have been nice because I would have remembered that one.
The barrack probably would have had a lot of shit happening.
Yeah. Is Gatsby still invisible?
Yes, he has a whole hour of invisibility.
He's just invisibly eating from his tray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
it's
see
all
bits
on
of
my
food
person, so
floating.
nothing can see anything.
You just see like a floating chunk of food and then disappear.
Ah, yes. You are free to stay in the ready room. Normally it would come with a charge, but it's late already, and you've helped us out quite a bit. So tell them that I've sent you, and I will cover for your night's stay there. You can each have a room if you'd like.
Thank you
Would-
very much.
That is
I
actually basically across the street. It's a bit bigger of a place. Probably the only place that doesn't look like a barracks, really. It's a barn that has been turned into a place for people to stay. They also sell quite a few adventuring tools there, just the basics, really, but
No weapons.
Basic weapons. Anything that we have that might be magical is for our soldiers to be using.
I hate to be much of more of a burden, but I was wondering if you could recommend a place in town where I could get a better meal, something a little bit higher standard of the slop that is served in the barracks.
Yes, of course. The ready room actually will have a meal that you can purchase as well there.
Excellent.
It's probably the only other place you can get a decent meal in town, really.
I would greatly appreciate that.
And before you go, if you do plan to go into Bazzoxan, or not Bazzoxan, into the Betrayer's Rise, do heed my words. It is very dangerous. Be very careful. If you get lost, we will not be able to find you. And retreat if you believe it's getting too tough.
Understood. Well,
Thank you very much for your concern and for your help.
Of course.
We
And thank you for your
shall,
help in protecting the town.
We shall let you get back to protecting the town. And I walk out and start
you
going
a-
across.
Little bow as you leave.
I give a little bow and follow behind Zayden.
Okay, so we will go across to the ready room. We will hopefully find Cat's Meow, and then we will make our decision on whether we're going to go into the Betrayer's Rise or wait it out until Cobalt Soul,
Agreed.
whatever
Also,
is left of them, come back out.
There's also the Aloysia, who is somewhere. And there is a guy who... What was his name? Prolix, who was seen earlier around the crematory.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which,
the reason that I asked about whether the person arrived 4 days ago and whatnot, because that was when we had the vision. It took us
Yeah.
about 3 days to get here.
mhm.
The timing.
Yes.
Let's
And-
go talk this over a nice warm meal and come up with a decision. I didn't have too much of that slop.
I wonder if they have beer. And I stretch as we walk across.
Oh, I could go for some beer.
So you head out.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna walk across into the ready room.
Do we
Alright,
see
alright,
any of the other adventuring party kind of congregating in the area?
Around the barracks, you do not see them within the barracks. You don't see them like outside of it
Okay.
as you're making your way across. So the barn is in this building, basically across from you guys. I will move your little image. Oh, that's behind a thing. There you go. Over there.
So as they walk out, I kind of just follow them.
Mm-hmm. I would say is probably been about 30-ish minutes.
We all kind of file in, sit down at a table just in the corner.
Is it like a restaurant? Or
So-
And all
like a
sudden,
tavern?
you see this chair just start moving towards your table.
So the ready room is Bazzoxan's only inn, and one of the only structures in town that doesn't look like a military barracks. A large barn with a steeply pointed roof looms over the battered structures near the center of town. Over the double doors hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name, the Ready Room, in Undercommon, Orc, Goblin, and Common. It's listed 4 times.
Yeah, I just, while I'm still invisible, pull up a chair, sit down on it.
So
Thank you for joining us again, Cats.
the Ready Room seems to be run by 2 people. There is a bar and a kitchen area that one of the people is behind, and the other person seems to be more in charge of like running ingredients around, making sure people are paying, that sort of thing. The ground floor contains piles of tools, lanterns, shovels, ladders, and stuff like that. And
What kind of weapons are there?
on the ground, it's just like tools. There's not
Oh.
like weapons. I guess a shovel is close to a weapon. It's like massive piles of like the very basic adventuring gear. There's a dozen wooden stalls that have been turned into curtained sleeping quarters. Each one seems to hold 5 wooden cots. There's like a rope and pulley system that works like an elevator, allowing access to a loft area, which is actually where the bar is. And in the bar, there are 24 stools that are probably about half full right now of patrons.
Is it just the bar, or was there tables? I'm sorry, I didn't.
It
Fully here.
seems like I would say there's probably a couple tables as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll kind of look for a secluded table that seems empty, possibly, and just go and claim it.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I'll
easy
go-
enough to do.
I'll go and sit over there with him.
It does seem like the place is set up that if you want food or drink, you have to go up to the bar to order it and then take it back to your
Okay.
table. So, is he's kind of like locked in behind the bar.
It's a one-man show, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's,
Yeah,
he's
so
running the
I-
bar in the kitchen.
I take my cloak and I throw it over the back of the bar stool to claim it as mine. Walk over to the bar. Give me a flagon of your best mead.
Yes, of course. Welcome in to the ready room. We have tankards of beer that are about 1 copper piece. We also have some rice and fish that cost 2 copper pieces. And if you'd like to stay the night, it is 2 silver pieces per night.
Okay. The guard captain said that he was going to be covering our night stay because we helped out with the fighting today.
Oh, Tascan Velis.
Mm, yes.
Oh, all right. I will write that down. And he'll actually yell, "Prima, dear." Yes, Dallas. Could you write down that the task hand has covered these gentlemen's night's stay tonight? We will have to collect that payment. Oh, of course. Thank you. And if you didn't catch that, Delez, Delez, was the guy running the bar, and Prima is the girl who is taking care of everything else.
I'm gonna do a little shout. He also said he was covering our food.
And you're invisible?
No, he didn't.
We did Gatsby out yell that while he was invisible.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's kind of just like looking around, all confused.
I just
Don't-
shrug.
It's our bard. He's joking with you.
Okay.
Just the night stay was all that was discussed that was going to be covered. We will cover our own food and everything. I will take some fish and rice and a tankard of ale.
Of course.
Same for me, please.
I'm probably going to need about 3 or 4 tankards for that big guy over there.
All right.
And I
We do
just
that as-
point over at Greyroth.
I'm standing right next to you, man.
Yeah, he's
Where's the first place I go?
yeah. He's like, of course, as much ale as you want. We have plenty.
And yeah, give me another tankard for the bard. I'm sure they're probably thirsty.
And a straw.
Mm,
Straw.
I
Grail.
figured he'd just lick it out of the tankard like a cat.
Dips his paw into it and licks the paw.
He's all confused. Like, Sure, we have a straw somewhere.
We're just joking around about our bard friend.
Okay.
Um,
So, how many tankards of beer was that?
let's
Yes.
just go with a grand total of 7.
7? All right, I can get that ready for you. And then it was 2 orders of the rice and fish.
Yes, please.
Of course, I will get right on that. Are you sitting at a certain table?
Uh,
I can
one
get you your
over
beer
there.
right away, but the fish and rice will take a minute.
yes, we're just over in the corner there.
Okay. We'll go and pour your tankards of beer, hand them to you. 7 tankards of beer, 7 copper pieces, and the 2 fish and rice are 4. So that would be
I got
11
the-
copper pieces for everything.
I got one of
pull
the.
out a gold piece, put it down on the bar in front of me. Keep the change.
Most kind of you. Thank you.
I hand you a couple copper coins to pay for my stuff.
And
I
you get
I
your
end my
back
invisibility
over.
for now.
7 tankards of beer.
I already did the math, so I already took it from me.
And you go sit down. A short while later, he comes out with the 2 plates of rice and fish. They are much better than the slop,
Oh, thank God.
but you still had much better. The rice is a little mushy. Fish is slightly overcooked. But it's still good. It is significantly better than the slop.
All right.
Why don't they just serve raw fish?
Because not everyone's a cat.
um,
And then, actually, a short while later, Prima comes up. How's everything for you so
Everything
far?
is wonderful. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. We also do sell quite a few pieces of adventuring equipment, mostly the basics. Nothing too crazy. Anything good the soldiers keep for themselves.
Oh, I guess you don't have a bag of holding?
No, certainly not.
Do you have any weapons?
We have some basic weapons: swords, axes, bows,
Odd. Don't look at me. Too
arrows.
Weird. Do you have a couple of sets of thieves' tools that I could purchase?
Kind of does look at you a little oddly, trying to eye you up a little bit.
Okay, it is not for nefarious purposes. It is just in case while we are in the hold. Well, while we are in the betrayer's temple, if there are locked doors and whatnot that I need to get past.
You're going to
Do
the
you have a
Betrayer's
loot?
Rise.
Yes.
That must have a death wish. I do have a couple pairs of thieves' tools.
I will happily take them from you.
Let me go try to find them, and they'll wander off for a bit, leaving you to enjoy your all right fish.
So, around what
Nice.
time is it?
It is getting to be probably. It's not like quite sundown yet. I believe you got to town
Okay.
fairly early. You had the fight, you waited around for the task hand for a bit. I would say late afternoon.
So as I'm munching, I just kind of look up. So are we going to go in to the rise tonight, or are we going to wait it out, see if they come back out first thing tomorrow? What's your guys'
I'd say we rest here for the night since it's all paid for.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
so
And I have this like little smirk on my face.
what exactly is our plan then? We're leaving.
Well, we're going to have to talk to the Cobalt Library people.
Cobalt Soul.
Yeah, we have to talk to them. And then
I do agree that's probably our best option.
I don't really want to talk to the
Eloisa.
because if they're looking for a holy site inside, the only holy sites within betrayer areas tend to be ways to contact the betrayer gods, and I'd rather piss on I wouldn't piss on one if they were on fire and it was the only way to put them out.
No, that's when you take a shit
We're
on
going
them.
to talk about a betrayer god.
This Prolix sounds pretty interesting as well.
Yes,
Not too much of a fan of him. Although he is trying to seal a rift in Betrayer's Rise, so it can't be too bad, but
While
well,
you're
the rift that I think that they're
talking about
is-
this, actually, your friends Ao and group actually came up the pulley system, and AO actually gives you a quick little wave while they go and sit at the bar to grab tankards of beer for themselves.
I wave them over.
kick out a chair.
They're definitely getting their tankards of beer first.
So
I make sure that Ao gets a seat beside Avez.
How much do we want to talk about it with them?
well,
Forthcoming or limited?
we're going to be limited. We're not going to tell them that I have
Of course,
the
of
amulet
course.
on me. We're just going to say that we need to find out information and whatnot. And
They did know that you got the amulet. They
oh yeah, they were in the room with us when we
Right.
got the amulet. They just didn't. They didn't have the vision that we had.
right. They had heard like a muffled voice that they couldn't make anything out.
Mm.
They were worried about you because you all fell unconscious.
Mm.
And then they decided to let you have the win because of that, instead of like continuing to fight on the way out. So they do know that someone has it in your group. 'Cause that was mostly the reason why they decided to tag along with you, was to help
Mm.
solve this adventure, this
Yeah.
quest.
All right. So play nice, but don't give up all of our secrets. Got it?
Exactly.
Genuine curiosity. What would have happened had they gotten it first?
They would
That
be.
would have been end of campaign.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, it wouldn't have been end of campaign.
We would have fought them for it.
Not necessarily.
I would have stolen it from them in their sleep.
There is a lot of different things. So part of the reason why the chapters are so long in this book is it matters who has what when, and it has to tell you like different things to do depending on who has different things at different times. And the amulet's one of those things. You can legitimately go through most of this campaign not having that amulet.
Mm.
There is a lot of stuff. There are places where it's needed. And you can either work with your friends. For you guys, they're friends. The book actually seems to favor them being rivals and people to be fought against multiple times. But it has different ways. It actually has me keeping track of who in that group likes who in your group and whatnot, and how they interact with people because of it as well. Like there's a lot of in-depth stuff with, especially with the rivals and with certain items. It's
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be open with them, but not tell them everything. So we are going to let them have the decision on whether they want to come into the Betrayer's Rise with us tomorrow, or who knows, we may get lucky and a couple of members of the Cobalt Soul might come out when we wake up.
Prima
there's any of them
actually
still
does come
alive.
back as well while they're still
I don't
getting
like
their
kobolds.
tankards of beer. Prima comes back with the two thieves' tools, kind of like hiding them a little bit as they're walking up to you. So
Contraband.
I have these two thieves' tools. They're 50 gold apiece.
50 apiece?
It's a bit more expensive than elsewhere, but it's the only place you're going to be able to find these in town.
Would you be willing to part with one of them for 30?
Make a persuasion.
It's a 14.
Look, my prices are for a reason. I can do 40.
I'll
How
slide
about
10,
this?
10 gold over.
How about this? I'll cast Zone of Truth on him, and he will promise you he will not steal from anyone in town, and then you can sell it to him for 30 gold.
Or she can just take the extra 10 that I have and make it 40.
I pull out my 30 gold, add it to his, and slide it over to her. I owe you.
No, it's quite all right.
And they'll put the one down.
I
Thank you for
tried.
your business.
Slide it
and
into my bag.
It was a good
Please.
idea, Cats, but gold
If it
works a little
wasn't
better.
for the task hand vouching for you and paying for your stay, I wouldn't have even sold it to you. So please do not betray the task hand's trust.
Wouldn't.
That's why I said
dream
I'll
of it.
cast Zone of Truth on him.
Quite all right. I have trust in the task hand and their opinion on things. Oops. And they'll wander off, go put away the other one, and then Aloy and the group have their tankards and will come and join you. They are
Right,
looking very down,
Before they,
very like battered. Not
before
like
they get
beaten,
to a
but
table, I'm gonna turn to Zidane and just be like, "So, are we looking for them to come with us, or are we going to be splitting?" What
we
do you
will
feel?
give them the option. It is exceptionally dangerous, and they are looking a little down. So we will give them the option if they choose to come with us. But if they wish to stay here in safety, I will not disparage them for that.
All right. Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
hey
Eloy.
friends.
How are
Hi.
you?
I think we've been better.
what's
This
up?
has
How
been-
can we help?
It's just this is already a bit more than we were expecting it to be.
Hmm.
How so?
We'd
What's
be
giving you
fighting those wriggling masses of. They were disgusting, whatever those things were.
You act like you've never fought demonic horse beyond your comprehension before.
No,
Did you say demonic whores? Like succubuses?
I did kind of hear that myself, but I wasn't going to say it.
That's not what I meant to say.
Okay. Yes, it is very it is
strange?
strange to deal with this stuff, but that's what it's like when dealing with betrayer gods. But I'm fairly certain you and your group will be able to handle it. You seem very capable. But we do have an option for you.
Oh,
We might need to go into the Betrayer's Rise.
you're going into the Betrayer's Rise?
There's some
It-
information there that we might need, and it's
That's where those
valuable
things
enough for the
came
risk.
from.
Yes,
knows
it
what
sounds
else
like a
is out
great
there?
fight.
okay, grow up, calm down. I just kind of
That's-
stroke his back, like, calm down.
Kind of why we're asking if you'd be interested in coming with.
It is
wouldn't-
completely up to you. You guys have. It is very dangerous. You would be taking your lives into your own hands, and we are giving you the option. You can either stay here while we do that, you can come with us, or if you wish to head back to your homes, that is an option as well.
You're not going tonight, are you?
No, we're
No,
going
no.
to our night stay has been covered here, And we are going to stay here tonight, and then tomorrow we are going to head out.
Ours was also covered for tonight as well. You'll have to give us a minute. We'll have to discuss this.
Of course.
And
We only just got this information ourselves. We're still kind of considering the details,
right.
but it doesn't hurt to start planning.
So Irvin just hasn't like spoken whatsoever. They're all just like extremely like it's kind of not really there. They're very much like head down in their drink, kind of.
Can I buy your
the
group
real one
around?
talking.
Kind of perk your group up by a round for your group.
That would be nice, Galisard actually said. Thank you.
I'll get up and go and order enough drinks for all of them, which
There's 5 of them as well.
and one copper each.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and order a round of drinks for them.
I'll bring those right over to your table. Thank you.
Let me give you a hand. And I'll help.
Alright, so yeah, they'll pour out the drinks and the 2 of you will bring them over to the table.
Cheer up, lads. Be a good day tomorrow. I try to give my best, like, encouraging, like, use my charisma to its maximum extent to try and cheer them up.
Mm-hmm.
While sipping my my drink, I look up and I go, so it looks like there's only 5 cots to a room, so Vez, I'm guessing you're going to have to bunk over with Ao and them tonight.
Did you count the? What? Wait, I thought that it said that.
There's 5 cots in each one. So the 5 of you can have one area and they have their own area.
Oh yeah.
but I think
No,
it would
but
be
I
better
was saying
for
that out
Vez to
loud.
share with them, and one of them come with us.
I heard our room only has 4 cots, though. Something about one of them is being broken. I was just talking to the innkeeper just a moment ago.
Yes,
Well,
also,
Aloy's gonna
I
say,
mean-
well, we have to discuss this. We'd rather do that alone,
well,
the group.
okay.
Don't need any interference in our plans.
It wasn't for interference. It was more for
Sleeping arrangements?
and bonding.
Oh,
Yeah, some extra special bonding.
Alves is looking over, extremely confused, and has no idea what's going on right now.
we're all very tired. We don't really.
Yeah, dude, I think I'll just take my own room.
We'd
I-
rather be
I
on
raise
our
my
own for
tankard to
tonight.
them, then you shall be on your own so that you can make your decision, and we shall all talk more in the morning.
Thank you. Dermot is like as close as possible to Ao, by the way. Just basically like shoulder to shoulder with Ao. Just keeping an eye on them, making sure they're good.
So, should we expect you lot in the morning with a decision, or tonight?
Probably in the
Let's-
morning.
In the morning? Okay.
Yeah,
We're actually
we'll give them till the
Probably
morning.
gonna turn in here soon as we finish our drinks.
All right.
Thank you again for the drinks. Very
Mhm.
nice of you.
Thank you for helping to defend the city.
The least we could do. Someone's gotta protect
No,
the
the
people.
least you could do was nothing. You went above and beyond.
Not much of an adventuring group if we don't help people out as we go.
I look over at Guerra. Big guy, how you doing?
I probably had my second or third at this point. I'm doing terrific.
Enjoying your beers.
Thank you for the drink.
Yeah, I figured it'd make you happy since you haven't gotten to punch anything in a while.
Yes, but it sounds like tomorrow we will have plenty of opportunity.
They all finish their drink and they'll head off into one of the curtained areas. Well, actually, they go downstairs for that. You actually don't even necessarily see.
I'm just
Which
gonna
curtain they go
elbow
into.
Lefez a little bit and say, "Here's your chance."
What chance? Wait, what are we doing?
Oh God,
And I'm just gonna look away.
children.
Is this my chance to convince her? Or just like convince them to help us with this?
Yes, exactly that.
Wait. You haven't seen it?
In what?
In your race, you're considered adultish?
Yeah. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, my dude.
I love how everyone seemed to remember that AO was slightly flirty towards you. Because I didn't
No,
mention that. It's been 6 months.
Out of character, I remember. Out of character, Aves did hear it.
I just kind of look at Aves.
In character, what are you talking about?
Have
Typical anime pro tag.
have you've attempted to take a mate before, right?
Oh, my mic cut out. Why are you asking? That's kind of private.
We've spilled blood together, okay? So we're kind of bonding, and I mean,
Your bonding is different than my kind of bonding, I see. Fair enough. Okay.
it's just because the first couple of nights we spent together, it seemed like she was trying to check your trident.
Of course, it's a nice trident.
I mean,
Oh, buddy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I
live,
do have, it is a nice weapon that I have. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I prefer my glaive.
Insight of Vez to see if he's like, if he's just being bashful or if he's like truly confused.
Sure. Persuasion or deception for total and or for
Yes.
Avez, and then your insight, yeah.
He's just got to beat an 8.
Persuasion or wait for me?
Yeah,
Wait, what am I
depending.
rolling?
Are you just being bashful or are you just confused on what's going on? If you're being
Which is
bashful,
which?
then that would be deception. If you're actually confused, then persuasion.
Don't tell us what you
Okay.
are unless I beat your roll.
Just roll and then say the number. If it's higher than 8,
Okay.
you beat it.
Give me a second. Been a while since I've done this. There we go.
Yeah,
It's
hard to read.
hard to read him. Yeah, he seems genuine.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was it not supposed to show you the number I got?
No, the
No,
number is
no.
fine. You just weren't supposed to say if
Okay.
you were being deceptive or persuasive.
I'm not telling you.
I
yeah.
rolled really low, so I mean, no matter your dice beat me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what your modifier was.
Unless it was negative like 7.
All right. This conversation is getting nowhere.
I agree.
Yes, I
So
might move to a quiet corner.
as
night.
this is going on, a bright and cheery, which is very odd for this town, tiefling comes up the elevator and
Female,
kind of
male.
dances their way over to the bar to order a tankard of beer.
Female presenting or male?
Female.
Hmm.
Sorry, I
I'm gonna
had to
walk
look
over.
for where they actually mention. They didn't actually mention that anywhere, but then they used her somewhere, so that's what I used to.
I'm gonna walk over, tap them on the shoulder, whisper in their ears. Can I show you my bagpipes later?
Are you still
You
invisible?
have bagpipes?
Oh my god.
No, he's definitely not anymore.
Okay.
Just super excited. Like you play bagpipes?
Yeah, I can show you my bagpipes later.
Does she have the symbol of the traveler anywhere on her?
She does not. No. She'll go. She actually says, "So, tell me, you feel it too, right?" Says with like a grin. My comrades don't, but I do. There's
Mm.
the history here, the romance of the heroes fighting against impossible odds, sacrificing everything for the sake of defending the world. All done for people who never knew them, never think of them, never be able to thank them, simply because it was the right thing to do. And ages later, we now see the Aurora Watch doing the same thing. They don't even know it. Just like super giddy and happy.
And that's how come I write songs.
For the sake of the world. Sacrificing everything.
Yep. I write songs about sacrificing everything for the world.
Interesting.
Here.
Just
Around what time is it?
it's getting to be probably like later evening at this point.
Oh, so guards are not sleeping yet?
No. You guys came in here like late afternoon, early evening. You've been eating, you talked with your friends. You know.
Come sit with us for a bit and we'll have a few drinks. And a bit later I'll play a song for you.
Alright. Grabs her tankard, comes over to your table. You know, the thing I'm talking about, I call it mythic resonance. I believe that the acts of the monumental courage leave an impression on this world that lingers after all the memory has faded.
I'm sorry.
I theorize that this occurred here in Bazzoxan, and the ancient battles of the Calamity are still echoing here. And that's what you guys hear as they come up to the table, this tiefling, following Cat's meow. Just, this tiefling has not had a smile on their face. Like, it's just constant smiles.
I figure
Just
we
kinda,
can
like,
use a little bit
dancing
more
as they
cheer
walk.
at this table after seeing everyone hurt.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you have a name?
Oh, right, yeah, of course. My name is Question.
Question?
Question.
Answer.
What's the
No.
question?
No, my name is Question.
I'm questioning you.
Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I
A name.
get
Your
it.
name is question. Like
Yep, that's my name.
Yes, asking someone's name is a question.
no. I mean, yes, technically, but her name is
Costello.
question.
Yeah, that's
Did
the
you-
question
did you-
I asked.
Did your parents name you question, or did you choose the name question?
Of course, my parents named me Question.
Or is it just a
Wouldn't
nickname
choose
you
that
come
name.
up with?
No, my parents named me Question.
Where do you hail from?
Well, what question did they name you after?
Even like after all this, still smiling, just like still sighing, but through a
Drugs.
smile.
Drugs.
No. Look. So
What's this resin you were talking about?
wait, what? Resin? Oh, resonance. I see. You heard. I gotcha. Well, so which question do you want me to answer first? You asked where I'm from and resin?
Where are you from first, and then answer the resin.
I'm from Ankara, however that's
Ankara.
pronounced. Yep. I do research for the Cobalt Soul there.
Oh, you're with the
Oh,
Cobalt
good.
Soul.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I
Interesting.
could have mentioned that.
Are you with that group that just went out to the Betrayer's Rise?
Yeah, that was us.
I close my book, put it away, and perk up hearing that she's with the Cobalt Soul.
We were just talking about going out to meet them.
Are you guys interested in the mythic resonance here as well?
Possibly. We're more interested in other questions, but answers, not questions. I'm sorry, question. We had some other things we were looking to ask them about.
Looking to ask who about?
I reach back into my bag and pull out a piece of parchment, and I'm drawing on it while they're talking to her.
Do I notice you doing that?
I mean, I'm not hiding it.
Yeah, see, you're not hiding it?
No.
Okay, then I'm very interested and start watching you draw.
You notice that I'm drawing the amulet I'm wearing.
Yes.
Can I show you my sketchbook?
Sure.
And so, like,
So you're
super
not just a
giddily,
dancer,
like,
you're
grab their...
also an artist.
Oh, well, I dabble. Like, eagerly grabbing at her bag, finding the book within it to bring it out.
Sorry, I'll be right back. 1 second.
Yep. So, like, slams it on the table all excitedly. In the sketchbook, you can see a few drawings as they flip the page and giving you a brief description of it as she shows you the images. There is a sketch of an island bathed in the moonlight of Catha and Ruidus, both full. The island's covered in trees, marble pillars, crystal shards, and it resembles that final chamber in the Emerald Grotto. There's a rough drawing of what appears to be a more elaborate version of the Jewel of Three Prayers. It is larger and has 3 delicate spires inlaid with stones.
What's that?
It is a lost vestige. I don't really know what it is, but I believe it was just an ordinary amulet until it was filled with some divine power during the calamity. Just something that I've researched, something I've been able to find while I was looking into this area with the Cobalt Soul.
Is there anything more about it, like who it was that added the divine power to it?
Well, 1 second, and they'll flip the page. I have a couple more pictures that might lead into that. The next one.
I flip around my drawing and place it down in front of her. Does one of them look like that?
Oh, that looks very similar to that last one. Not quite as elaborate. It looks very similar. Like, Have you seen it? You know about this?
I may have. I'm exceptionally old. I've come across many things in my time on this world.
Huh. Interesting. You don't happen to know where it's gone since you last saw it? It's a very powerful relic. One that
When
I
you're
thought was
old-
lost to time.
I am over 1,200 years old. It may have been that I saw it at my grandfather's house. I'm not exactly sure where it is right now.
What
Want
can you
to
tell us
roll
about
a
it?
deception check, by the way?
19.
God. That'll probably be fine. I just gotta find their stat block real quick in the appendix. Da, 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 da. Not there. She's not a sword wraith, not a slither, bloodfin. Nope, not that one. That one. That one? Yes. They have a. Oh, RD20. Oh, they actually beat your 19.
What?
You got a 20.
Well, I only rolled a 12, so plus my 7 to deception made it 19.
Right.
If only I remembered that I have guidance.
Well, she's very interested in anything you have to say regarding this now. But she had already turned the page in the sketchbook, and this one shows a rubbing of a symbol that depicts a long-haired woman peering into the distance. Is anyone proficient in religion?
I am.
Nope.
Anyone proficient in religion can
No.
roll a religion check on this.
What if I'm half proficient?
Yeah, go for it. Why not? You're half proficient in everything.
I rolled 15.
Jack
All
of
right.
all trades.
So
I rolled a 5.
are you wait, so Blair, you're really not proficient in religion?
I chose history over religion.
Huh. Alright, interesting.
I went
So
with Arcana.
fair. So only you, Avez, actually recognize the image of this woman. It is let's see.
Is
The-
it something that I would recognize, I guess, from my studies?
It is
In
not
my specific...
No.
Okay,
No,
okay.
this is a vision, like the way that is depicted is the symbol of Avandra the Changebringer.
Okay.
The what? You cut out a little bit when you said that.
Avandra the Changebringer. And as they notice you looking at it, question goes, "Oh, this rubbing was taken from a wall carving in the Betrayer's Rise. When we were in there earlier today, I was able to take this." And then
Really?
this was what we found in there. I haven't had a chance to really study this one yet. And then turn the page, and there is in Undercommon, some writing is a folk ballad that whoever can read Undercommon, you would be able to read it, and it speaks of a unnamed halfway god, a champion who was given so much power by 3 of the prime deities during the calamity that he became nearly divine himself.
Is this talking about you? As I point to Zidane.
No.
I believe this is talking about...
I was born shortly after the calamity. Well, during the calamity, shortly after the calamity happened.
So, this ballad was the thing that I think you were at least the thing I know most of that might have been in line with your question there about that relic, as it, have a feeling is connected with this so-called halfway god.
Oh, there are many of us now.
Not quite like what is described by this one, I assume.
Mm.
Anyway,
Does the name Elixian ring a bell? Is that something that's related to this?
1 second. Reading something quick. Lixian. Name doesn't sound familiar. That has to do with this this hero that's this folk ballad's talking about. There's some fragmented records of them, but I don't think there was ever a name mentioned. I think that was lost to time. I've not heard of an Elixian.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way,
But-
I don't think I got any of your names.
Oh,
I am Zidane.
I'm Cat.
Belena.
Your name's Cat. I like that.
Meow.
I'm Cat's Meow.
I am Grera.
And I'm Abez.
So around what time is
Nice
it
to
now?
meet you all. It's getting into the evening. You've been talking for a little bit. Getting
Like
later.
8, 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds
Exactly
about right.
8:48 p.m.
Yeah, 8:48 and 37 seconds.
38, 39, 40.
So,
Oh yeah,
I got
Windows
it.
11 doesn't.
I got 8:49
that.
in 7 seconds, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
right. So, do any of you also feel the mythic resonance?
I'm still trying to understand what that is. I only heard a brief part of it as you were walking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I theorize that monumental courage, acts of monumental courage leave, like, this impression on the world. It lingers there, even after all the memory has faded of it. That you can, like, feel the... you don't feel it in this town? I can feel it all over. Especially
that
in the
why-
Betrayer's Rise.
Is that why your group is up in Betrayer's Rise right now?
Well, yeah, we are studying the battles that took place here.
Right, right. As in, like, this resonance that you speak of, is that something that you feel outside of in the Betrayer's Rise? Is that why your people are there?
Well,
Is this something
mean-
they're looking into, or is this just something that you're interested in?
my group doesn't feel it. I do, though. We didn't know about that coming here. We were just studying. But I had theorized that about this mythic resonance, and I can feel it here.
Interesting.
I'm surprised no one else can feel it.
Can we feel it?
I feel music and everything everywhere.
Roll a field check.
Yelch.
No. There's like an air to like. It's a weird city to be in,
I rolled
right?
insight.
It's basically all soldiers, and like some of them are just fresh and like rearing to battle these demons. Some of them have been battled and worn down over years of fighting here. Like there's just a weird air to the city, but it's not like it doesn't feel like some weird mythic resonance thing, right? Like you don't feel like anything that she's talking about makes sense.
What exactly does it feel like? Can you describe it?
It's just like a tingling, like there's I can like feel their courage. I can feel them giving it all to save the world here.
So it's like an aura.
Yeah, like an aura.
All right. So, about your friends in the Betrayer's Rise.
Oh, they're not
Do
in there
you-
anymore. They all came out.
Oh, they're back?
Yes, I don't know exactly where they went to, but we're all back in
Do
town
they-
now.
Are you planning to stay in town for some time, or are you heading back to whatever Cobalt place you're from?
Oh, we'll probably be here for a bit longer. I don't know how long. Our research is all done. My
I
group.
believe we'd be interested in chatting with your group if there'd be an opportunity to arrange some kind of a conversation.
They're much less talkative than me. They don't care as much about all this mythic resonance and the cool things going on here. They're more they're the sort that prefer excitement over introspection.
Hmm.
You can give an insight check if you want.
Yeah, I will. That would be 17.
You can tell she's kind of hiding something.
Are your friends truly here?
Yes, of course they are.
I don't know, just something seemed a little off with you there for a moment. Are you okay?
Fine.
Can I buy you another drink?
Yes, please.
Let me buy this round.
So
Please do, Groth.
Okay.
she's still like smiling, but it's definitely lesser than usual for her.
Okay.
But it's like, look, fine. I'll admit, I was too terrified to go inside the Betrayer's Rise. My group went in
That's
without me.
quite all right. That place is batshit crazy. Also, fucking home of the betrayer gods.
Right, but I was going to. I had the resolve to go in there, but when we entered the temple with the other expedition members, I heard these voices calling to me. I nearly ran away screaming, but I was able to feign an illness and came back to town. I promised them I'd make the next trip inside, but
So your friends are still there.
no, they did come back. That's how I got
How many people am I playing?
That's how I got the rubbing of that symbol from inside.
Bartender,
They
more drinks.
got it, not me. Yes, coming right up.
How
Hoping
many?
you
How
keep-
many?
It's 1 copper
many-
per tankard, so
Probably
you can keep
6.
track of it.
I'll look over at the group. Does Gueroth have money? Like, does he understand money?
I think we talked about this, I think.
Might have, I don't
Remember,
actually-
he had to do some trading with the townspeople.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay.
So 6 copper.
For
Yep,
6 drinks.
6. If you're getting 6 drinks,
copper.
yep.
I'll give myself 2. So 7.
Because you like double fisting.
Of course.
So your Cobalt Soul friends are back. They brought you a rubbing. You didn't go because you heard voices.
Yeah.
And okay. Interesting. What exactly did these voices say to you?
Well,
And did you have a vision of some sort with them?
a vision? No visions.
No? No visual anomalies?
No,
You
not
gotta pay extra for that. That's when you get the good drugs.
there. There were no drugs.
Sorry, question. I'm just joking around, trying to be jovial,
Oh,
lighten the
right.
mood.
Well, so I didn't actually like make out what they were saying. They were just like they were trying to like call for me. Like they wanted. I don't know. It was like they wanted me to come to them.
Okay, so
By the way, what is everyone's passive perception?
Passive
Um,
perception?
16.
15.
12.
12.
There. Wait, was that everyone? I heard 16,
there's-
15, 12, 12. I don't know who missed.
11.
Okay, so everyone except for Yuzadon kind of noticed there's a gaunt figure in scarlet robes nearby that's kind of eavesdropping.
I'm gonna guidance myself and kind of their
I'm gonna ask the
direction.
bartender for a glass of water.
Yeah, of course. That's free of charge.
Thank you.
kind of
You are?
spotting them out of the corner. I want to like look them over
Okay.
with a bit
Um,
of guidance.
Also, I'm
yeah,
back.
roll perception check.
I slam all the drinks on the table. It's like, drink, everyone.
With guidance, that's 24.
Oh. So you can tell that they haven't been there for a long time. Like they kind of just kind of showed up.
Okay.
But they're definitely eavesdropping and just kind of listening in. Kind of seems interested in what's going on.
Do I have the glass of water yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And-
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk past him and pretend I trip and spill the water all over him.
And
So it's actually a her, but yeah. Okay.
Or her.
I'm gonna write on a napkin. I'm gonna write Eloisia on it and kind of like tap it at Zidane to get like his attention and like
Right.
nod towards that person.
Watch
I
where you're
nod at him.
going. Like
Sorry,
wet
I tripped.
robes.
Would you like me to
Fine.
wipe it off for you?
No, that's quite all right.
And all right, perhaps we should take this conversation elsewhere.
Actually start to approach the table.
Oh god. I'll flip my napkin upside down.
And she actually will be like, well, hello there. How are you all?
I'm sorry, can we
Hope
help
you're all
you?
having a good night.
We were?
And I go to the bar and I grab some napkins.
Look.
And then I smack her in the back of the head with it.
Are you
Here.
all right?
Here, you can wipe yourself off with it.
He
Thank you. I'll
he's
take
a
the
cat
napkins.
person. They're
In their culture, being
Anyway.
wet is rather rude.
Anyway, my
I
name
hate
is
being wet,
Aloysia Helfan.
Oh, pleasure to
oh
meet you.
yes.
I'm going to get right to the point. I want to find an ancient prayer site deep inside the Betrayer's Rise, and
Fucking why?
A holy site in Betrayer's Rise?
I
Is there
have
such thing? Is it? I'd imagine it's only an unholy site.
no. I have a feeling, a theory that there is something hidden there. And you know what? I think that based on what I've heard, that I surmise that such a mission would be beneficial to you as well as me.
What makes you say that?
You're looking for similar things, holy things, at least information on it. And I'm looking for a holy site. And look, I will pay you if you come with. 50 gold pieces to each of you.
What would
That seems
we?
awfully pitiful for the danger that we'd be approaching there.
What would we gain from looking for a site from those celestial pieces of garbage?
I don't believe that it is a holy site to a betrayer god. I believe it would be a holy site to the Changebringer.
Interesting. And what makes you so sure we'd be interested in the Changebringer?
Well, I overheard that there was a rubbing, and I actually caught a glimpse of it, and I know that symbol is of the Changebringer. And if
Okay,
that rubbing is in the Betrayer's Rise, then that just makes me think even more so that this holy site exists there.
Well, then you should be talking to the Cobalt Soul, not us. Cobalt Soul is the one that are looking into this Changebringer.
Oh, well, we're not exactly looking into the Changebringer. We're just we're researching the battles. It's just something that that my group found in there.
Out of character, I don't believe that. Can I roll an insight check?
Don't believe what question said or what Aloy
That they're researching the battles.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead for the insight check.
One second. I'm sorry.
Gotta pull
I'm
up that
sorry.
thing again. That. It is you. So what do you get?
I got a 17.
I need to put a face in there. So she seems honest.
Okay.
Good rolls.
Yeah, Lord knows when we get into a fight, it's not going to be good rolls.
He has a +0.
Why are you so interested in this Changebringer? Are you a follower of theirs, or...?
Can we go somewhere a little
Okay.
bit more private to talk about this stuff?
Good idea. After all, we were already dealing with one eavesdropper. Wouldn't appreciate another.
So she is being like as charmful as she can be. Just in general, just trying to be happy, like being not trying to be like a downer or be like,
So, as happy as question, or
oh no, definitely not. I will say she's trying to be as happy as you would expect this gaunt figure that was eavesdropping to be able to be. Like, it's I would say fairly obvious that they are attempting to be charismatic instead of being charismatic, if that makes sense.
let's take this to our room.
You mean the open box with the curtain in front of it?
Well, we can have a little bit more privacy in there than an open bar.
So, I can offer 100 gold to each of you.
Whoa.
Mm,
Somebody dropping glasses.
Apparently. Look, I
What?
I
Sorry
am-
about that, Greta.
what I'm exactly
I want to
looking
do an
for
insight check.
on
What
the
is-
100
I
gold.
don't think she has 100 gold for each of us.
All right. Roll
What
an
is
insight
the-
check.
reason
21.
that you want to
Oh,
find.
so you're
this
gonna
holy
beat her.
site?
So, she seems like she's being honest about that 100 gold. And then you
I
ask,
feel
what's,
like that
what's
she
the
actually
reason?
has the money.
What do you seek to accomplish?
What I am looking for is a crimson mineral called ruidium. It's said to be infused with the power of Ruidus. I believe that this holy site to the Changebringer exists, and I believe it is a site that there's historical records of some hero during the calamity. I heard Question kind of mention. Actually, she wouldn't say Question. I heard her mention part of this. I believe that this hero asked for the Changebringer's help in such a holy site. And I believe that I will be able to find this ruidium because it has a connection with this hero. I am making some assumptions based on these historical records and tales, but I believe this to be true.
How soon do you need do you need an answer?
Well, I don't need it tonight. That's what you're asking.
We will give you our answer in the morning.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We're having some drinks. We may forget about it in the morning because I'm pretty sure we're not the most sober.
Please do not forget about it.
Perhaps
Quite important.
Ma'am, I have had one drink so far. I will not forget about it. We will discuss this. We will give you an answer in the morning.
Thank you.
perhaps we should take our drinks to our room and talk this over.
Yes, the open box with the curtain. That'll be a great hiding area.
Agreed.
I mean,
I-
people can hide at the door and actually listen to us without us noticing them.
Look, if in the morning you want more answers, I can talk you through the assumptions I'm making and what facts I have.
Meet us here for breakfast. We will discuss it more and we will give you our answer.
Thank you.
Well, we could use some more answers as we have a question over here.
What? Because she doesn't know Question's name, even though I said it earlier when I didn't mean to.
How does question react to it?
Just kind of giggles. Just having a good time. Probably on her third drink by now.
I pick up the other drink that Groth put in front of me. Do not worry, you will have your answer over breakfast tomorrow morning.
Thank you. I will leave you to it then. And she'll actually go down the elevator thing. And Question will be like, finish off their drink. Well, I'm going to be heading to bed here. If you have any more questions in the morning, feel free to find me.
Let's
But
question
I
this.
thought you wanted to hear. I thought you wanted to see my bagpipes.
Oh, yes. Do you have them on you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Let's go outside.
Okay.
You-
Before you go, question. I do have a quick question.
Sure. What can I do for
I know
you?
I know you said you got a little sick before going into Betrayer's Rise, but if the opportunity presented itself to go again, would you be interested?
Well, I didn't actually get sick. I just
I know, I
feigned it.
know.
Maybe? Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
All right.
No
Thank
worries.
you for your help this evening.
Of course. And she'll get up to and start going down to go outside, assumingly you're following with your bagpipes.
Yep.
I'm following too. I want to hear the bagpipes.
All
He's
right.
gonna get us kicked out of this town.
So I have an altar self squirrel in my inventory. What I want to do is I want to use it to look like that guard that threatened to stab me.
I'm assuming once you got outside,
Yes.
and you're doing this in front of Question.
Yep.
Okay. What are you doing?
So no one gets mad at me.
Oh, why would
Just-
anyone get mad at you? Are you not very good at the bagpipes? I assumed you were good.
Burn.
So I'm
Got
gonna
'em.
start playing, and I'm gonna walk down and march around the barracks while I'm playing them.
Oh my god. So
For a
there
good
are
hour.
like guards still patrolling. Like it's not like the city goes to bed at one time.
Okay, but did any
because
of them
incursions
see
can happen
him?
at any time. No, any stealth roll he makes is going to beat him. So no, he'll have the ability to be able to do that without being seen.
Amazing.
Oh, I don't care if I get seen with the after I use the Alta Self Squirrel.
Right. Well, it's
what I
the
meant
using
was
that.
scroll.
Yeah.
So what are we?
Well,
thinking?
Question will be like giggling the whole time, just following behind you, kind of like marching to whatever beat you're playing. Do you want to roll a performance check though? See how well this goes.
Yes. 27.
That is some amazing bagpipes that you're playing. You're just nailing it. Whatever you're playing, what are you playing? Like whatever it is, you nail it.
I'm playing through the fire and the flames.
Yeah.
On the bagpipes. Nice. Yeah, just fucking nailed it. It's amazing. Question
And
is,
do I wake up?
Question is like
guards?
drunk and just having the best time ever, just following you around while you're doing this.
Oh yeah, I'm having a great time as well.
Oh yeah, you're falling too. You definitely get like looks. You kind of get a following behind you
Oh God.
because of how amazing this is. People want to like be a part of it. A small group, like
In the middle of the evening where everyone's
Yeah,
trying
it-
to go to bed.
it's not quite like it's not like super late yet, but it is getting dark. Yeah. It probably is dark, but yeah.
Oh no, another train derailed in Ohio
Another one in Ohio?
and
Oh
Springfield.
God.
I gotta fix the goddamn rail there.
Hazmat crews are heading to a massive train derailment site with residents told to shelter in place
Jesus.
as of 6:30.
That is ridiculous.
Norfolk again.
Again.
Of
Didn't it
course
just
it's
come out
Norfolk.
that the railroad workers were told to ignore like
Yep.
checks?
Yep. They didn't
Yep.
have enough workers to do the checks, so they were just told to ignore them.
Perfect. Ridiculous. There was also a train derailment yesterday a couple days ago in Florida.
Yeah.
That was
Apparently train
petrol.
derailments happen a lot more
Yeah, I don't think
frequently
they're
than people
not.
realize.
They're not that uncommon.
But
Yeah, well,
they're getting the magnifying glass on them now because of the one in
East
Ohio.
Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a feeling that it is definitely getting more so than normal still. This is a lot of train derailments in 1 month.
Well, it's unfortunately due to deregulation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Well, and not even, like, they're just flat out ignoring safety steps, too.
Yeah.
And just not doing it for money. So it's a lot of greed, too. Probably mostly greed.
Yep.
Corporate greed.
Yep. Fun.
Corporate greed is the problem with the world.
Yep.
Hey, can we get back on topic? Hey.
Hey! Bagpipes in the streets at night.
Is there anyone else who has bagpipes?
All right.
In this town, probably not.
Oh.
I want to derail this back towards the train derailment. I found something about it.
Oh God.
I found a prompt that was 16 days ago when the first one happened. Basically, somebody was like typing to chat GDP or something. It said, search for the Ohio trail derailment and react in the voice of GLaDOS. And I'm going to post this image.
What?
Which chat are we in? Yeah. I'm posting it in called Another Deep General. Just read this in GLaDOS' voice.
Just start singing Still Alive.
Oh, it was Bixby. Oh no, Bing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bing is using Chat GPT now.
I have
All
heard
right,
that.
Interesting.
So let us.
I'm sorry to derail, but I was looking
All
around
good.
for that while you guys were talking about it.
All right.
Yeah, let's
back to the.
head back. Everybody's back together. Are we doing this? Like, we going in there?
I say we do.
Question headed off on their
Sounds
own
like fun.
afterwards. The only
I'm not,
person you've heard of so far that you haven't talked to is that one guy that was Prolix. Yep, Prolix.
I'm not quite sure. Something seems off about this.
Oh no, there's something off about that woman. She's gonna fuck us.
I mean, she went from 50 to 100 gold, and
But she seemed really honest about going up to 100 gold.
100
Yes.
gold for a good fight sounds good to me.
the thing is, even if we do the 100 gold, do we go with just us 5, or do we include group number 2? And even if we do, are we splitting the gold?
How about
would feel
we add a
comfortable
little
if
Or are
extra
we
Come
going
with
to
us.
convince group
that
number
she has
2?
to play with all of our bagpipes?
My God.
Okay.
I'm not too comfortable about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Cats, you
Why
need to
not?
calm down about the bagpipes or I will get a hose.
Some
like
of the
the
things she
bagpipes.
said just didn't sit right with me.
Dude, does anything sit right with anybody nowadays? Let's be real here.
Yes, I mean,
But-
dinner was quite nice.
look.
Oh, well, you know what? Fair enough. Good point.
Dinner was alright.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm focusing on. She wants that ruidium or whatever it is. We saw that there's a rubbing that the special friend that is with us
Question.
grows into nope.
Oh, elixir?
I point to the
Good
Oh,
question.
no.
that
no.
it gets different forms. What if we need the ruidium as well for this?
I really think we should talk with those Cobalt Soul people a little bit more.
Well, yes, we're gonna talk with
It's almost obvious that this hero that Question was talking about was Elixion, who our friend was, if you remember.
yes.
And it's heavily implied that this obviously this rubbing is completely tied in with what we're dealing with. But I'm just not comfortable going there with this Eloisia. I would rather talk more with the Cobalt Soul people, and I mean, maybe we should talk to this Prolix. He might have more information, and maybe he's a better third party to go with.
And
Well, also,
Prolix, the only things you were really told about Prolix was that he was from that one group, the Allegiance of Allsight.
Mhm.
That he called himself an archaeologist, but he is helping with the Arcanists to try to find a way to seal the rifts. Those are the three things you know about Prolix.
Perhaps we
So
could
it's
chat with him.
Well, it's obvious that he's lying about what he is, but yes, we can. Before breakfast, we'll find and chat with him.
Oh, and that he was found hanging out by the corpse crematory. Yep.
So we'll head over to the crematorium first thing in the morning before breakfast and chat with him.
I still think we should try and talk with the rest of the soul.
Indeed, we will. I do believe Question is joining us for breakfast again tomorrow. I'm sure the rest of the Cobalt Soul will join.
I wonder if they're
there.
staying here.
Didn't you told Aloysia you would have breakfast with?
Yes,
Question.
we.
Well, we did say it in front of Question as well.
Yes.
True.
And I did ask Question if she'd be willing to go back onto the Betrayer's Rise, but she wasn't too interested.
No,
yes.
no.
Understandable, but I wanted to ask regardless.
Indeed. So wake up early.
What do
crematorium.
What do you guys think of when she mentioned the voices? Rather interesting.
Well, I mean, as they said, the pathways within the Betrayer's Rise change every time. So it could be another psychological warfare that they use just to further scare people, because like I said, they're celestial garbage.
It's just interesting that
I can
make
people hear me whisper from quite a distance, from 60 feet away.
And so the Betrayer gods aren't like there. Like
but it's
like the terrain that's magical from leftover stuff
from a battle.
Yeah, but it's still like a monument to their power and a monument to them. And seeing as how the Betrayer gods were at war with the good gods and the people because of who my family line is, that's why I don't like them.
But I mean, you see the dots that I'm connecting here, right?
I fully see the dots that you're connecting, and I'm leery about going in with her, but I think we need that ruidium.
I don't trust her. We should have asked her about the Vermilion Dream thing. Because that's obviously connected to our Vermilion Dream.
Mm-hmm.
She did also mention Rudis, which is
the half god. Yes.
Well, the moon.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the sketch from Question had both the moons bathed in light.
Yep.
It had both moons full.
Right, but this Aloysia mentioned Ruidus specifically.
Yes, because the Ruidium draws its power from Ruidus.
I'm not sure how much the rest of you know, but Ruidus tends to have a negative connotation. And it's not the best thing.
Oh, no. I'm
it's somewhat nefarious.
Yes. I'm not trusting this woman. I know in the end her goals are probably not good, but
let me deal with her.
Oh
if
no!
she betrays us, I'll deal with her.
If she betrays us, I will put enough lightning through her to stop her heart.
I'm gonna just hold up a finger real quick and be like, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go up to Delaz.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just
Behind the
approach
bar
him and
still?
just I'm gonna slide him a single like silver coin and just say, "Pardon me, friend. I was wondering if you could tell me something about that one. She was an elf, right? That Aloysia?
Aloysia. Believe so. Da, 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 da. Does it say it? It says it somewhere. Yes, they are an elf.
I'm gonna go. I was wondering if we had kind of an eavesdropping incident a few moments ago about this elf named Aloysia. I don't know if you've had any dealings with her lately, but I was wondering if you could tell me if she's been bothering many of your patrons lately.
Was that elf woman?
I'll describe what she was dressed in. I think you said like green robes or something.
Red.
Yeah, the red robes. That one. Yes. She just kind of disrupted our conversation, and it was kind of unnerving.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, no worries. It's not your fault. Just she was an interesting person.
Can't say I've really had any issue with her. I've seen her around a few times.
Is she staying here, or is she within the city somewhere else?
Actually, I'm not staying here. I'm not quite sure where she's staying.
All right.
At least she hasn't paid for a room yet tonight.
All right.
I can't say I know much about her. I've just seen her around a few times. Stands out a little bit in those red robes.
Agreed. I was just curious about her because she was saying some rather strange things and making propositions, and I just wanted to be sure before we made any type of arrangement. But I appreciate the information. If she does do anything strange or whatnot, do you mind kind of tipping us off? And I'll slide the silver coin up to him.
Sure. If I see you again, I can let you know. Yeah.
Appreciate it. And I'll head back to the table.
Thank you.
So, I was just kind of curious to see if she's been an issue for other patrons, and she's not even staying at this inn.
Oh,
No.
so I can't. I was hoping to sneak by her room and look through her things to see if we could trust her.
Well, we saw that she left the building when she
Agreed.
went downstairs.
It's
And
just
we know
rather
that
strange.
we also know that she has been bribing guards. So
This was the only inn in the city, right?
Yes. There's like there are probably other places to stay.
Okay.
But this is like the only inn.
military one.
Mm-hmm. So, I think step one, talk with Cobalt Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Step two, talk to this Prolix gentleman. 3, talk with the second party, number 2. And 4, decide if we're going with this Aloysia or not, depending on 1 and 2 and 3.
All right. So when she comes for breakfast, we're going to tell her that we need to postpone to lunch. Then we can run off and do all that other stuff, meet with her for lunch, decide whether we're going.
We could still have breakfast with her, talk to her, and say that we need a bit more time to make our decision.
We just need to take care of some stuff before we make our decision. And
How late in the evening is it?
It's getting pretty late at this point.
Okay.
But if we're all going to get a good rest in, we should probably turn in for the night.
Agreed.
For sure.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that long rest button.
All right, you all head to your cots. I assume all 5 of you are taking the same room.
Yeah.
Belle and I would have stayed up just a little bit longer, but then eventually went down after everybody else went to sleep.
Okay. Anything you would do while staying up, or
Just some personal time.
okay?
Clocking in some PTO.
Anyone else want to do anything before falling asleep?
No, not
Take a
really.
dump on that guard's bed.
You are definitely channeling your inner bard.
That guard is going to be at probably staying in the barracks, not the inn.
And he's probably asleep in his bunk.
And it's probably a shared bunk, so I mean, like, you take a shit and then somebody else is just gonna sleep in it.
Maybe he's sleeping with his mouth in his
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That points.
Oh god, he's a little bit worse than his inner bard, because usually the inner bard just wants to work everything, not shit in people's mouths. I don't even think Scanlan would have gone that far.
Probably not. Because if he would have done it.
Scanlan gets pretty shit crazy.
He does.
I mean, we all know I'm not a nice person.
You're not even a person, you're a cat.
No, he's a cat person.
I'm a humanoid cat. I'm a furry.
Well, as long as you're
So-
comfortable with saying that.
Garoth.
Yes.
Meat's still at the entrance.
Meat.
Just as a point to know if you are heading into the Betrayer's Rise. You're
I was
Your
don't
ox is
worry, I
there.
was planning on getting him.
okay. Just letting you know. Making
Yeah,
sure
I'll get
you're
him.
aware that the ox hasn't followed you around town and is in the inn with you.
You know what? I will go and talk to him about what's going on.
Okay. So you make your way over to the entrance, and you can see that there's the couple guards that are normally there, but then a couple more that are like kind of. At first, it looks like they're like trying to attack Meat, but after like half a second of worry, you realize they're like kind of playing with them, and they're just like having a good time with each other. They're like play wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Meat, are you having a good time?
And the guards look at you like,
Meat gets
oh,
to
weird.
fight and you don't.
Gonna wrestle with these guards now.
Oh no. Oh, the guards, as soon as like you approach, like they get all like more proper and stand up straight and like, oh, that just making sure your ox is behaving.
Why, thank you for looking after my friend.
Of course, and they kind of just like scurry away quickly.
So Meat, we are planning on going into some area. I don't know. But it sounds like there's going to be a fight. I'm depending on you again. We're going to go in together, obviously, right?
That is what you wish. I will follow you. I don't know why your
Well,
ox talks like that now, but
Mhm.
he does. In Celestial, in your mind.
In Celestial, in my mind. But
Yeah.
I don't know that it's in my mind, so I just speak out loud.
Yep.
Great. Are you alright with
Are
staying
we
out
at-
here for tonight?
So in the morning then.
Yes, in the morning.
I will stay wherever you want me to.
I have the guards. Are there any guards still there?
Yeah. You're at the front
Uh,
gate. There's
okay,
guards.
yeah, I guess. Is there a place where meat can stay?
You
I'm going to
can.
ask one of the guards.
Yeah, we have the stables right here that he's welcome to stay in.
Perfect.
He basically was like on the outskirts of the stables already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's still a character. All right. We'll see you in the morning, meat.
See you then.
And I'll go back to the area. If I can possibly find my way.
I assume you'd be able to find your way down the straight street.
Don't underestimate Clara.
Alright. I almost want to call it a history check, but just do an intelligence check.
Wait,
It's both intelligence anyway. But
what was that?
I said they're both intelligence anyway, but yeah, just do an intelligence check.
My intelligence is a 6. I think I know what I'm doing.
No, don't worry. It's a 7.
Oh, wasn't your ox smarter than you?
No,
Oh,
I
it
think
was
the
one
offer
less.
was 6.
Yeah, okay. Oh no.
Spectacular.
You've managed to get lost walking down a straight street. The only other path is this one, so you went down this path somehow. Amazingly.
Someone's house.
Still visually see this building from here.
He just climbs into the back window.
He climbs through the back window of some stranger's house.
Is there
Hey,
any people? Is there any people nearby?
It appears they
there,
moved
there
the
are
door.
guard patrols, but like, you're not necessarily. You don't think you're lost. You're just like on your way back. Like you're confident this is the path that you're taking. Like this is the way you took to get there.
Of course.
And yeah, after a while, like you're walking around, just like going around a bit. Guards like notice after a while, like they've gone on their loops quite a few times, and they keep passing you. They're like, it's quite late. Do you know where you're going?
Ah, yes, of course. It seems like a longer walk than I remember, though.
Where are you staying for the night? We can escort you.
What's the name again?
Ready room.
Ready Room?
Yep.
Some adventurer's place. I don't think I remember the name.
The Red Room.
Well, there was only really 2 spots it could have been, so I think we know where you were going. And they will take you all the way around and lead you back over to the ready room. And, might want to stay inside and get a night's sleep.
Thank you.
Of course. They'll continue on their guard duties.
All right, then I'll go to bed.
Alright. So you all get your long rest. No one stabs you in your sleep.
Oh.
Radical.
And yeah, nothing really happens. No crazy dreams or anything. You have a nice restful night, and you wake up in the morning. I'm assuming you're waking up fairly early, or
Yes.
are you sleeping in?
I'm going to wake up early and do what I said I was going to head over to the crematorium here.
All right. Are you all doing that, or are you just going on your own?
Whoever's up can come with me.
I'm not up yet.
I probably would have awake from my trance.
Yeah, you only need 4 hours of trance.
Come along, friend. Let's
So just Belinar and Zidane?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless any Avez, were you coming?
No, I'm not.
You don't want to go to a crematorium and first thing in the morning? Weird.
You know
Alright.
what?
That's good.
You know what? Hold on. I'm convinced.
Oh,
Interesting. I didn't expect that reaction. What was it? The thought of death or fire?
Nah, I just felt like it.
All right. We mosey our way to the crematorium.
Easy enough to find. It has been working throughout the night with all the demons and dead people that they needed to smelt. And you can. It's got that smell in the air. Like you can follow the smell, but as well as the smoke clouds. Like it's this big building over here.
Okay.
It was not far from where you were staying. Like you can smell the good smells, you know.
Did the taskmaster give us a description of what Prolix looked like? Like, easy enough that we could kind of find him?
What did he? He just gave you.
He gave us a name and where he had been seen hanging out and like what he had been doing. So basically, we're just gonna go over to the crematorium and just kind of ask anyone if they've seen him lately.
I think they told you he was, but I am.
Spacing on it as well as I am.
Yeah. It's probably only said once in this like 80-page chapter that I'm trying to scroll through real quick. So yeah. I feel like it should have been right here, but
What was his name again?
Prolix. Prolix. Oh, I feel like it wouldn't be right there. It would have been over page about the barracks. That's where it would have been. Looking before that. Barracks. The archaeologist named
Tiefling.
Prolix from the Allegiance of Allsight in Ankara. And no, he didn't tell you.
No.
Because the tiefling was the question.
He's from Ankarel, right?
Ankarel, yes. Prolix from
Hmm.
Ankarel is what you know. So
He's probably like, I don't know, half orcs or something.
No, he's a tiefling.
Oh, he's a tiefling?
he is a tiefling.
Okay.
I don't know if he told. Did he tell you that?
No,
No.
I pulled up wiki on him.
I did find where it said it finally, but yeah.
Okay.
He is a tiefling.
Well, I know the taskmaster didn't say tiefling when he was talking about him, so
No.
we'll probably just look for people like a guard and just ask around for him.
Yeah.
And just his name was dropped and we were interested in him.
So you three are gonna head
Yep.
over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Follow the delicious smells
Of burning
of
corpses.
burning corpses, and follow the smoke. That not a far trip, so yeah, you're easily able to find your way over there. The crematorium's a simple stone building. It's built against the mountainside. Thick, acrid smoke billows from the chimneys of the stone building. Corpses wrapped in beige cloth are stacked in a small yard northeast of the building. There's a willowy man wearing a leather apron. He'll greet you at the entrance with surprising cheer. New bodies for Bazzoxan, I see. And
Sure.
Behind him stands a giant of a man, muscular, blue-eyed, with short cropped hair and a missing arm.
Say, the taskmaster had said that there was a man by the name of Prolix here that could be found.
Oh yeah,
would you-
he's
Could you
been.
point him out for us?
Well, he's not here right now, but
Oh,
he does seem to pop by way too often. Doing
could you
his
tell us
research
where
or
we-
whatever.
Could you tell us where we might find him?
Stick around here for 10 minutes. I'm sure he'll show his face.
Fair enough.
Well, if
okay,
you're
what can
going to stay here for a minute, you mind helping a little bit with some of these bodies?
Tell you the truth, friend, I would rather not.
All right, fair enough.
No offense. It's just not
What's the
not
matter? You never
my
sw-
cup of tea.
You never slung a corpse before? I'd pick one up and throw it into the fire.
So there are 2 furnaces. Each one can hold up to 4 of the medium bodies or one of the large demon type bodies at a time. While you're doing it, the man says, "Well, my name is Raynar. Reynard with a D, sorry. And this is my older brother, Sebastian. We're in charge of the crematorium here."
Oh, your brothers.
Yes.
Well, one of you got the quite the genes.
The guy behind who hasn't said anything yet will actually laugh a little bit. Yes, well, we got this latest batch in of corpses. I believe this is the last batch from that battle yesterday, hopefully.
Ah, yes, that was quite the scrap. Say, I don't mean to be talking about somebody when they're not here, but what can you tell us about this Prolix?
He is, I don't know. He's an interesting man. Very interested in the demons' corpses more than anything when he comes here.
All right.
Most of them, most of the demons, when they die, they disintegrate into some black ichor grossness that when the ones that come here, they didn't. So he seems to want to research or look into the ones that aren't disappearing and see why that might be.
Interesting.
Something about him trying to seal rifts or something. It's above my head.
Does he seem pretty like upstanding? Is he kind of fishy?
Seems
What's
quite
your best
alright to
read on
me.
him?
More so annoying. Gets in the way of our work, but
All
beyond
right.
that, he
All
seems alright. Reynard is seemingly like doing less and less work as time goes on. His brother's still going decently. I assume it's Jezidon helping?
Yeah,
Or Avez, are you as well?
I'm kind of listening as
Yeah.
I'm picking up a body,
Okay.
putting it in.
Right. Yeah, at one point, like, Reynard's kind of, like, even making some excuses for why he's not really doing anymore. He's kind of, like, avoiding one of the piles.
Can I like tell which pile it is that he's avoiding? Like, is it that obvious?
Do an insight check.
Guidance.
Alright.
Nope.
Wow.
Don't even want to do the math. It'd be an 8.
Yeah, no.
I got a 19 on my insight.
Okay. Yeah. So you can tell he is avoiding deliberately one of the large corpses near the bottom of the pile. Just like he's kind of horrified by it. It's a demon body.
I tap Avez on the shoulder and point to the big one.
Ooh.
And then I grab I take it as one of the tentacle creatures.
It is a Vrock, actually. So not one of the withering masses that you fought. It is a different type of demon.
Okay, well, I
And-
pull out the rope, tie it off, and start dragging it towards.
As you're starting to do this, you hear someone start yelling, "Wait, stop!" Voice shouts from down the street, and a bookish tiefling jogs into view. A variety of archaeology tools hang at his waist, along with a satchel holding his notebooks. You can't burn that one yet. I need to study it. Reaches into his satchel and he pulls out a badge and he like holds it up as if this badge alone like explained everything.
Before he gets like completely within earshot, I do want to ask Raymond, just be like, how long has he been in town? Just real quick.
He's been in town for a few days.
Like around 4, 5.
I believe a decent bit longer than that. Actually, he's been
About a week.
helping the guards.
All right.
Probably about a week, maybe a tad
Okay,
longer.
okay.
Yeah, of
Appreciate it.
course. So this tiefling, it just comes running up to you. He starts panting a little bit, and once he catches up, tries to catch his breath a little bit. My name is Prolix. I'm an archaeologist from Ankaral. It's a city in a distant continent. That one there, that's a Vrock. They oftentimes will swallow some jewelry, maybe something other ornamental object or what have you. He probably has something valuable inside of him from within the Betrayer's Rise. And that's probably why he hasn't disintegrated. I'd very much like to try to cut that out of him before you burn it. Could be important for my research.
I mean, if that's what floats your boat, there you go.
He kind of like gags a little bit. I'm not very good with cutting up bodies. Would you mind helping?
What's that, medicine?
Actually, it's gonna be a survival check. Because it doesn't matter if you like. You're not trying to extract anything like an organ whole. You're just trying
Fine,
to
I'll
get
help.
into its stomach.
So
Nope.
I rolled a 6.
So
Avez is helping.
with a 6. Oh, you're helping? Okay.
I got a 24.
All right, with you helping. That's good. That helps you a lot, actually. So you manage to cut open this Vrock,
Right,
and
you're gonna need to cut here.
you cleave through its
I
tough
guess it's just along
skin
here.
and are able to open up its stomach. The
it's
whole
disgusting.
time, Prolix is just like gagging out in the background, but like still keeping an eye on it to see what's inside.
I've seen worse.
Inside. 1 second. I need to look up what the hell this is. Because you're not gonna know the name of it, but you're gonna know what it looks like. And it doesn't say what it looks like. 1 second, dude. Assume this is. Okay, yeah, that is pretty much exactly what I thought it would look like. You find a a gold-trimmed crystal, like, lenses. They look like you'd be able to see through them. You find 3 gaudy rings that are worth 2 gold pieces each. And a cube-shaped puzzle box made of onyx and measuring 3 inches on a side.
Interesting.
And basically, the second that puzzle box gets pulled out, Prolix will come and grab it immediately. But he leaves everything else there for you to grab and do whatever. And he says... He immediately, like, doesn't seem as, like, friendly happy anymore. He's more reserved. It's like, I know how to open these, but I should do it somewhere isolated to prevent the danger that's within it from hurting anyone.
He said, what was all in the corpse other than the puzzle box and the lenses? I'm sorry.
3 gaudy rings that are worth about 2 gold pieces each.
And 2 gold lenses?
It is a pair of gold-trimmed lenses. Like, it's a connected thing. They look like they're glasses.
Oh, I'll snatch those up.
But there's, like... Yeah. So yeah, he says that he's got the puzzle box. He says that he has to do it somewhere isolated so that he doesn't hurt anyone if something dangerous happens from it. But he knows how to open it.
I think I speak for all my friends here, and I say we're rather interested in what might be in that.
And if you're saying that dangers can come out of it, we're fairly capable fighters.
Well, more so dangerous as in, like, traps.
Most of us.
Like, it might, like, explode or something. You can make an insight check on him, just to see, like...
Yeah. Sure.
That's a 24.
Yeah,
Rolled a nat 20.
he's definitely lying. He's just trying to sound important. Mainly. Like, he doesn't know how to open it.
But I'm not buying what you're putting down. Do you honestly know how to open that fucking thing?
Of course not. But it came from inside the temple. It must hold something important.
So the fuck did these things?
I'm sorry. Before we really delve too far into this, are you're Prolex? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Hello. My name is Belinar. This is Zayden and Avez.
Hello.
Hi.
We were actually kind of somewhat pointed to seek you out from the what's his name? The Taskmaster, right? Taskmaster. Task Hand. Varen.
Van Thalis.
Varen Thalis. He kind of name dropped you and told you you might be able to give us some answers. So we actually are here to talk to you, and if we can actually assist you with this box, we'd definitely be able to give a hand.
Well, I can help you with whatever you're looking for. I just need to make sure that this does not fall into my rival's hands. I am an archaeologist, but I'm not here to perform archaeology per se.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say your rival is an elf.
Yes.
Dresses in red?
Yes, Aloysia is her name.
We know her decently. She made her presence last night with us.
Looking to go into the Betrayer's Reach and get Ruidium.
She's trying to
what
recruit
she's
us.
after. All I know is that she was looking for something in the Betrayer's Rise. And she seems like she'd do anything to get what she wants.
Okay.
And
She was trying to recruit
whatever
us
she
to go
wants
there.
is what I wanted to know. And if she's after ruidium, whatever that is, I need to know what it is. I was sent here
Well-
by the allegiance of Allsight to spy on her. We don't know why she was sent here, but whatever it is, it couldn't be good. So that's why I'm here.
Does she know what you look like?
I do not believe so.
Interesting.
She's attempting to hire our party to go inside. Why don't you just say that you're a member of our party and follow us in?
Well, she probably knows that she knows that a member of the Allegiance of Allsight is here, most likely.
So
And I
then
kind of
don't-
stand out like a sore thumb here, just like she does.
Oh, like you stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, so do you all, I guess.
We're adventurers. We stand out everywhere we go.
Except you all, I believe, are much newer to town. I showed up pretty much a day after her.
Yeah, we showed up like yesterday. But
Hmm.
nobody but the guard captain knew why we were coming here. We could have shown up here to meet up with you. But as far as she knows, we're just adventurers.
I will.
Well, if
kind of
you're going
comment
to
and-
go into the Betrayer's Rise, I'm certainly not following.
Interest-
It's
So-
okay.
What? I'm sorry. Can you explain to me what this all-site allegiance is? Like, what do you what are you guys? What are you about? Are you like some religious group? Are you something like the Cobalt Soul? And
You want to know what's kind of crazy?
what? They don't explain it.
They don't say a word about it.
There's probably a wiki on it.
Because the second you start saying, I'm like, that's a good question. I should find this spot where they say that. No, it's not there.
And a part B to that question: what can you tell us about the Vermilion Dream?
Well, the consortium of the Vermilion Dream is just our rivals, essentially.
Book doesn't go into big detail about them either.
Not here, at least.
Well,
Why
so-
are you rivals? What have they done?
So
What are they doing?
the Allegiance of Allsight, he says, we are an archaeology guild based in Ankaral. We conduct research on ancient history and ruins. I'm going to assume that they're literally like the same type of thing, but rivals. So they are
Yes.
the what was it? Something of the Vermilion Dream Consortium.
I'm trying not to look it up myself just for spoiler's sake.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay,
Let's-
so it says that the Vermilion Dream are some secretive group. They're looking into things that we do, and we don't know what they're exactly up to. But we know it's not good, and that's why I'm here to spy on them. I want to know what they're after.
I would like an insight check
Yeah, go for it.
with guidance.
But I did just read that
man.
off the wiki, so
15.
he seems.
I'm reading them like an open book.
Yep. Yeah, he's not. He's not trying to lie about that.
So they're bad. They're the bad guys.
Well, we don't necessarily
Bad.
know if they're bad, but they're
They're just not
doing
doing
some
good.
weird stuff, and we're just not sure. Look, if you let me keep the puzzle box, and you already told me that she's after something called ruidium.
Correct.
Yep.
If you can find out what exactly she is up to and stop her, I will give you 200 gold pieces, as well as this box and whatever might be inside of it. But you gotta let me open it first and study it.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be inside for a day or so, so there's your time to open the box.
Da, da, da. Oof. Intelligence check.
Guidance.
That's a plus a D4.
Yep.
It's 3, that's 11, and his intelligence. Second. That was the one we haven't looked at yet.
It'd be kind of high because I think
That's
the
3.
wiki said that he was a wizard.
Yeah, he is a wizard, but he only has a plus 3. So
What
8
the fuck?
plus 3
What the fuck?
is 11 plus 3, 14. He is unable to open the box at this time.
God damn it.
He's just tinkering with it. He's like, I'm going to need some time to tinker with this, to figure out the mechanisms.
You have a day.
All right, well, and I'll get, let me go. I'm gonna get to work.
Hold on. Where are you staying?
I will be staying at the ready room tonight.
Oh. So are we? Well, we did last night.
We'll probably be staying inside the Betrayer's Rise tonight. 'Cause everybody wants us to go in that bitch.
Look,
we will.
I just want you to stop whatever she's up to.
We will look into it.
That's all I ask. If you stop her, then I'll give you that 200 gold and whatever this is.
All right.
Just need to figure out what it is.
We will seek you out when we return. If we return.
Of course. And he'll head off. And I feel like I was supposed to read this at some point, but it never really told me to.
Okay.
It's very out of place now. But in the central square, apparently there's 3 buildings on the perimeter of the central square that have doors marked with a symbol of a hand alight with magic, identifying them as places of healing.
No, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so none of
to
us need healing because we went to sleep, so magically all of our wounds are healed.
Yep.
So it
All
appears we've got ourselves in some kind of a web.
Yeah. We're adventurers when aren't we, in a web of some sort?
I will say
Metaphorical or physical.
I feel a bit better with him than with Aloysia.
Oh yeah, no, she's up to no good.
He seems to be a bit more open, while she's got...
There is also a dilapidated temple somewhere.
It seems like a whole web of just.
It never
Yes.
told me to
Why are
like
we even a
mention
part of
this.
this?
No one's mentioned this. So in bottom left, that little spiral area is a dilapidated
Oh, yeah.
temple. And then E3. Yep,
I want
that
to know what
area.
the spire is that fucking collapsed.
And
I'm
this
concerned
one.
about the spire that collapsed. I want to figure out what's going on with this area over here.
So
But this seems
this
pretty
is the
important.
healing one in the center. This
Yeah.
is the dilapidated temple. The thing you pinged here is nothing.
Damn it! I want to find
And
out
same
what it
over
is, though.
here. None of this is nothing on the right side's marked at all.
Okay.
Yeah, none of that.
So, are we really going into this place?
So like,
I
there
think
are
that's-
things to do at those places. By the way, it just
Okay.
never told me I mentioned them. I don't know. I'm just reading through the things I missed at this point.
It looks like we're going inside.
Oh, and then there's also this. When you guys went to the
We would have
crematory.
the shortest route would have been this way. We wouldn't have walked past this, but
all right,
we can state that we walked with him this way because he led us away while he was reading it, and we'll walk around to here on our way back.
well, that's it's a wall there with a bunch of names like carved into it with
Interesting.
like it's like a memorial. There
Yeah,
is
it's
a
the
priest there
fallen
as well.
soldiers.
Vietnam War Memorial.
Yeah,
And
there's
Bazzoxan.
a praying figure. So a stretch of stone wall is carved with names and wreathed in dried flowers, silver necklaces, ropes weighted with good luck charms. Ground near the wall is cluttered with trinkets left there as offerings. A drow of the Aurora Watch prays near a corner of the wall.
Yeah, so it's a wall of the dead.
Yep.
All right, so we'll make our way back around and meet up with the crew and sit down to breakfast.
It really sucks that it doesn't mention some of those places, because you can get, like, stuff, but that's fine. It wouldn't make sense for you to go there. Like, you don't know this stuff. Okay, I don't know why it's... Whatever.
There's a GM way that you can get us to go to these places.
Right, but, like...
So we're about
I
to
feel
meet
like where
with-
I have brought you already wouldn't make sense for me to be like, oh, actually, go over here. Like you've
Well,
gotten
no,
the
it won't-
main.
If we missed things.
it would make, like, right now we're about to sit down to meet her for breakfast to discuss going in, and she could say, look, this is too public of an area to talk about that. There is a dilapidated temple at the edge of town. Let's go talk there where it's more private.
Except it's still not private. Nothing at these points is like anything major new information that you'd need. There's nothing that's like huge, massive upgrades for anything. Like, it's just little things that would have been somewhat nice, I guess, maybe.
Just the little things, you know?
It might have been nice. Like, some of it's super situational where you probably wouldn't even benefit from it.
Mm.
But, like, it's there. It's like
Okay.
with when we were at the Emerald Grotto, there was the guys that lived in that one massive living house thing, and they kind of shouted down to you. Their whole house was, like, mapped out. And, like, there were things that you could do in there. Except it was also said that none of them will happily have you on board. They would try to kill you. And then there's like, oh, you can startle all the horses if you want as a distraction. Distraction for what? Like, there was nothing up there for you to get, but it was there. Like, some of this stuff just seems so weird. The Moontouch spear that you have, Belinar?
Oh.
I believe Belinar has it.
No, I don't have it.
No, I think Greroth has it.
I thought you wanted it.
I wanted it, but Greroth has it.
Wait, what did I end up getting?
The Moontouch spear.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was in the
I thought
shark?
that was- Okay,
Yeah.
I do have a
Blade
spear
is
in the
my
inventory, and I
bread
knew
and
it was
butter.
something special. But
All
I don't
that
have any
was-
labels on it because that was on a...
It is special. I will have to tell you everything it does again. But
Is there a way that I can actually edit this to take note of what it does?
Probably. I was
mean,
going to make an item too. I don't think I ever did.
Yeah, but you
I'll
were
have
going to
do
make
it.
an item in Forge.
I can do it in D&D Beyond. Just a homebrew item.
Uh,
I could probably find it on D&D Beyond as a homebrew item, to be honest. But
Well, on D&D Beyond, you can just click on the spear, you can edit its
Edit it.
name, and then you can
yeah, because
put
there's the
notes on it
Moonhut
under
Soul.
the customized menu.
What is it? Okay,
Yeah,
how do you?
so
What is it called again? Moon what?
it didn't even have a name. Like, the only information, it was like, there is this spear in the shark, and it's giving it this power. If you pull the spear out, it loses these powers. And then it never talks about the spear again. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, some stuff is just not there, and then some stuff is there that doesn't have any reason for you to go to it. Like, some of it, it's just weirdly written in some ways.
Okay, what was it called again? A what spear? Moonlight
I
spear?
believe I had came up with a name for it because it didn't have a name. But
Okay.
now I can't remember it, and I will have to get back to you. But it lets you shed bright light in a certain distance, and it lets you... If you... what was it? It was something like if you get attacked, but they miss, you can take half of your movement speed as a reaction without triggering opportunity attacks. Something like that. It was something interesting like that. I'll go back and find
so
it.
it's like my bonus ability whenever I cast a spell, because I control the air currents around me, I can throw myself 10 feet in a direction and not trigger any opportunity attacks.
Right. But and it's also a magical weapon, which has benefits. Yeah, like, it's weird, because they just never mentioned it after saying, oh yeah, once you take it out of the shark, it loses those abilities. Because that the shark had those abilities while the spear was in it. It's weird. I don't know.
Okay,
But, like,
I'm gonna add it just
how-
for now.
Yeah, I'll update it for you. I'll go in and do that probably tomorrow. But I feel like the way that this has gone so far, like, made sense throughout everything. And I don't want to be like, hey, let's go do this thing that's not... Because it wouldn't be... None of the areas are private. There's, like, a little something to do in each one.
Okay.
But,
So
yeah, I don't
we'll
know.
just-
We'll just ignore them. They're fine. You're not
Yeah.
going to miss out.
We'll meet with her, and I guess we're going in, so...
If that's what you decide to do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he
Is there-
wants us to stop her. We might need the ruidium.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of
Everything
reasons to
is-
go in there. Yeah.
Everything is pointing towards us that there's stuff in there that we need.
Yep. But so we'll say you guys got back over there and you can smell them cooking breakfast, Deleuze. I
I'm
will
probably-
say
I'm probably waiting for food by this point.
we'll probably have to
I'm
end there
probably
though.
awake and just want my food.
Yeah. We'll probably end there though.
And probably have some milk.
Nice. Yeah, the amount of things that's left in Bazzoxan is like those two things I pointed out.
Mm.
And there's really nothing. There's just very tiny little thing that you could do. But that's about it. And then it's
Well, we could murder the guards.
could do that. Yep.
Could shout in the guard's ear again and nearly kill them.
I will
I
say
was
we,
Completely derail this campaign.
we got very, 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 very close to exactly where I thought we would end. You just are talking to her and then moving on to where I thought we would end. So like we're
Yeah.
super close to like
Okay.
where I was expecting and where I had planned out. Because the next area I want to make some battle maps because the provided ones kind of suck. Because
So
each tile is
on-
10 instead of 5. Because they're cramming so many things into one page. There's 3 maps on one screen. I want to like separate them and just rescale it. Essentially.
Okay.
Okay.
So next session is the 18th. We'll do a check-in on the 15th to make sure everyone's good.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Thanks for playing.
Hey guys, I'd like
Hope
to
you had
apologize
fun.
about something tonight.
Always have fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
I had like constant interruptions this entire
You're all right.
session,
happens
so I
in,
wasn't able
like-
to work this.